Have you seen the music video for this?
It's crazy.
But there's a dude in the background of every shot just like nodding his head. And
Sure.
I could do that.
That's what black people do. They
No,
just
he's
stand
white.
there.
He's a white dude.
Whatever. He's confused. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you brought it up. How amazing does it feel putting powder on you? I love it.
It's the best feeling.
I don't need it as much anymore now. I've lost a
No.
little bit of weight, but I still have powder.
Sure. You're rough against the jeans. You don't make that noise. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day to be alive. We're back. It's the second week of the year, you know? What do you need? All they need is you. Just looking on Twitter, 5 people got shot at a Chris Brown concert. What are you people going to realize? Stay away from that kiss of death. We ate a Star David this morning. Did you eat it, Lee?
Of course I did.
I was watching
You
it.
watch me, like until I stop chewing. You're watching me, but you're not watching me.
I got to watch you like a hawk.
I've always daydreamed about revenge. I don't think I ever. The only thing I ever did in high school was pushing me around. And he was younger than I was, but he was bigger because I was small. And one day he was messing with me in the gym locker room. I don't remember exactly what he was doing, but I had enough. And I was like, I think I was like a junior or a senior, and I just slammed him against some lockers. And we started. It was like the only real fight I've ever been in. I don't think any punches were even thrown. I just remember slamming his head against some lockers, and I got suspended for a day. But I was so. My mom wasn't even mad.
No,
I was so happy. It was the only
up-
time I ever did it.
You stuck up for yourself. Out of the 5 people, how many did you really like? How many people would you invite to your home to watch a New England game, to see you in your natural habitat?
Probably none.
Okay, then.
To be honest, yeah. Yeah. No.
You have
That's a
acquaintances. Everybody has acquaintances. What I'm talking about is 4 motherfuckers I could call. Like I call you at 6 in the morning sometimes, and I go, "Hey, dog, I'm thinking of doing this. So do I call you to fuck around with you? The interview? No, I call you to tell you I love you. I got your back. To do something with yourself in the morning. Don't I always beat you up in the morning? Get up, go see the sunlight. Those are your friends. Those are your friends. You see how they're doing with those 4 people. When my world goes aside right now, every once in a while, you know what I call? Loops. I've known Loops since I was 16. He's the first guy I ever did blow it. Because no matter what's going on in my life, Loops always make me giggle a little bit. Even if he just stutters one time. I'm howling. What are you doing? I'm over here watching the football game. Boom! I'm dying of laughter. Because it hasn't changed. It's time for another star.
Are you really popping another star?
It's Monday. It's January 12th. I got goals I got to write today. I don't know if I'm going to work out. I still want to give my lungs another break. I don't have much today, brother. Maybe we go get a steak tonight. Greg and Lynn gave us that thing from Ruth Chris. I want to send them love again.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, what? That's a vitamin for Uncle Joey. I just popped a vitamin. Some people pop a 1 a day. That's my 1 a day.
Except it's not 1 a day. It's 1 every 30 minutes.
Well, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You got to get to the goal regardless of what your goal is. It's Monday. What are you going to do?
Paula was so fun because she gave me one on Saturday, and she just kept looking at me. She's like, "Are you high yet?" Because she's never done it. So she was like kind of interested. She's like, "Are you high yet?" And she started giggling a little bit. I said, "No, not yet." And then like, I think you were going off about something crazy at the show, and I just started dying. And she started looking at me, and she was like, "Oh, it's
she put
weed."
2 and 2 together. Yeah, because you start giggling. There was a cat fight this morning. And I go out there and Fidel standing there in the middle of it, so he's back.
Oh, good.
People keep asking me. Thank you for all the Fidel warm wishes out there. He's doing great, man. He's a good cat, and I'm happy.
How many did you have before you got here?
None.
Come on.
None.
I feel like you have a cookie
smoked
jar.
a half a joint.
There you go.
I smoked a half a joint at about 4 when I woke up. I had some coffee. I wrote a little bit. I fed the cats. I cleaned the litter boxes.
Yeah.
I put the heat on.
I always love when you say to people, I haven't smoked today. Well, tell them what that means. That means an edible and like 2 hits off the bucket.
No. I smoked a couple pipefuls outside while I was drinking coffee, and I wrote, and that was it. I came here and I smoked that numb wall with you, and then I ate the 2 stars with you. That's it. But the stars hit you hard. These little anarchy stars,
They do.
they hit you hard. The private reserve.
That's what I thought it was.
Was it not good? Yesterday I went to the day before, and I was sitting there, and I'm out there waiting 10 minutes, and this 2 chicks walk in, and I'm like, I can't. And I went in, I go, what these girls buy? Oh, they bought a gram. What, an hour? They got great deals. They got phenomenal deals. Like the PRs, they give you 1 gram for 15, 2 grams for 20, or like 2.5 grams for 25, or something like that. It's not bad.
No.
On certain days that you could spin the wheel and win weed.
How much do you smoke in a day?
Now,
Yeah.
couple Gbos, couple grams.
You gave me a gram once. I think it lasted for like 4 months.
You still got that weed, don't you?
No, it's gone now.
What about the edibles you had?
I still have one edible left.
How can you have one?
Because I take a little bite and it gets me high enough to fall asleep.
You're not even high right now.
What do you mean I'm not high right now?
What are you going to do when you leave? Are you going to go to Denny's and get the Grand Slam?
No, I'm going to go home and make a bagel. And that's it. I think I might try to take a nap and then go about my day, go to the gym.
Make a bagel.
Yeah.
What kind of bagel do you make?
Cinnamon raisin. It's only
Out of a
200
bag?
out of
Tell
a-
me that you get that from Ralph's, go home and toast it.
I do.
Tell me that. What do you...
Because I know how many calories
Do
are in
you
it.
open up your mailbox thinking today's the day I'm going to get a letter from the Jews throwing me out of the club?
Because the
Out of a
bagels
bag.
at the big place are like 400 calories. They're huge.
So, you want to be a Jew or you want to be a fake Jew? Which Jew do you want to be?
I'd like to be a real Jew.
So then you got to eat the real bagels, guy.
They're good bagels. They're Western bagels. They're decent.
Why are you lying to me for? Remember I told you what we accept living out here? Like what you accept?
Right.
And you go home and you have a bagel and you go, those ain't bagels.
No, that's true. I can't get a good poppy seed bagel out here.
Oh my God. I didn't know what the $99. I remember one day we were driving and I saw the guy spinning the sign.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a hurricane going on. A couple, like 2 months ago, when there was a typhoon was supposed to hit, Godzilla was making a comeback. This dirty dude is spinning this sign, Hawaii $99. I wanted to hit him with the car. There's a hurricane going on and you're spinning a $99 sign. Ain't nobody going to call you.
Oh, my God.
It's true. I mean, you just see these people. You're like, what are you thinking? There's a typhoon going on. It was when the water goes back and it comes back.
High tide?
No, the other one that they were
Tsunami?
Tsunami. It was a tsunami. I don't know. I ain't no weather
I don't know.
forecaster, dog. What are you bothering me for?
I always feel bad when I see people working outside. And then, did you see that thing in New York that they did? They had this kid pretend to be homeless, and people kept walking by him for 2 hours, like in the snow.
No.
No? Okay.
But what do you expect? That's what New Yorkers are raised on. When you're walking in the snow, you're going to stop to help some dude? If he wants to sit there and ask for nickels, that's his business. Why should anybody stop? I don't know. Tell me why. Because I'm an American? I got to stop for everybody who lays on the
No,
floor?
he was like a 9-year-old kid.
What do you want to do? Maybe he's out there hustling, shoveling money. And nobody stopped for him.
One homeless guy did at the end of the video.
Yeah, that's why, because he's bored to death. If you're 9 and you're sitting on the corner there and nobody... What was he doing? Sitting there freezing?
Yeah, with like a little trash bag.
Oh, like what? Like he got gotten thrown out?
Yeah, like they were pretending they were saying his parents threw him out, but it didn't make sense to me because if he was really that cold, he was in like shorts and a t-shirt, like wrapped up in a trash bag on the ground. But it was
Then maybe I got to stop. I mean, I thought you meant some kid in like a parka with sneakers on.
no, yeah, he had like no clothes on.
Oh, no, then you got to stop. And worst case, now you're selling to somebody for $10. What are you going to do with Mama this weekend?
We're watching House of Cards because I was gone last weekend.
So that's it, 3 days. You're
Well,
gonna
no,
watch
it's not
2
gonna take
episodes?
3 days. It's like 13 episodes, so it's like a day and a half.
So it's all 13?
Yeah,
And you watch them all?
yeah.
And what do you do? You get high? You do anything? You rub her feet?
No, I had day afternoon today though. That was
Did
fun.
you really get Mama stabbing this afternoon?
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have beat you up about this, you would have really... Yeah,
No,
let's
because
go
I
eat
was
lunch.
gone last
Fuck
weekend.
this. You got to work that appetite up. What time did you pick her up?
We went to the gym at 11, and then we went and had
Lunch.
lunch. Yeah,
And then you went home and gave a juice stick of death.
yeah,
Look at you.
that was fun.
Was the monkey all dirty?
No, we took a
Did it have
shower.
some wang to it?
No, we took showers.
You made her take a shower?
I didn't make her. She.
Fucking little wang to it, that little elliptical wang to it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think I should do? There's this really big girl that just started coming to the gym, and she was on the elliptical, and like she had a hoodie on, and I could see like she was dying, like and I was gonna go up and do what someone did for me, like say, "Nice job you're doing," but like it felt weird. Do you ever go and talk to somebody at the gym, like if you saw a bigger person?
I smile.
That's it.
Sometimes a wink is as good as a nod to a blind horse. No, you smile. Sometimes people are embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people.
I don't want to embarrass her.
But if you see her a couple times, then say something. Wait till she's there 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe she quits. You know, but if you see her 2 or 3 weeks, go up to her and say, "I see you. If I wasn't hooked up, I'd bite that leg,"
That's
which
tough.
I had to give up anyway.
Yeah.
I just put whole wheat, and I don't taste the difference.
Yeah, you were saying there's a lot of carbs in it? Because I had it
It's-
last night. I didn't know there were a lot.
Just as many as whole wheat, but the whole wheat has more fiber. You know, the pasta just sits in your stomach at night. The whole wheat at least pushes all that dead stuff out of your moufleur.
I took some good mushroom poops, apparently.
Yeah, you don't want to eat. We should eat a little piece of mushroom. What do you think?
Well,
out of respect.
I would, but I'm worried because I'm feeling the star right now. Do you think it's a waste?
No, you feel a star.
Because I didn't feel the star on Monday.
You didn't?
No.
So you went home and you didn't eat?
I ate, but
What'd you eat?
Not that much.
That's the star. If you ate. So what you do is you go to the hospital, you get to the hospital, you call your attorney, and then tell your attorney what hospital you're in. So after like 2 or 3 times, the people who are going to break you out see the root of how the fuck. This is how crazy Suge Knight is. I'm telling you guys.
You might be calling it right now.
I'm calling you guys right now. I'm telling you right now, dog. You got to listen. I've always told you that there's people who think they're criminals and there's criminals. And I see it coming a mile away. I may not know about how the moon or the stars, and I may not know about animals and galaxies and Buddhism, know much about life, I'm telling you. But there's a certain walk and talk that people do that leads you to keep watching them. And that's all he's doing right now. You smell it. You see the steps, people. You break it down, and then you take a guess at what he's going to do. And then you see him putting the pieces together, and boom. Who do you think you're dealing with, guys? You think I'd have a podcast with the Flying Jew if I didn't know what I was talking about? Come on. Again, I don't know a lot of things. I don't know about chemistry. I don't know about geometry. I know how to put a move together. You understand me? From scratch all the way to the end.
It's like a different version of that song from Animal House.
What's that, brother?
Like, I don't know much about dun dun dun. Like, someone should remix that, but with what you just said.
Put your head back down, Lee.
I don't know much.
It's time for you to eat a mushroom. You want a mushroom or not? You want a little piece? No? Get started. So Wednesday, it's a beautiful day to be alive. You're lucky I don't have plans tonight. If not, we'd be eating the whole thing this time. We'd go deep.
How much did I have in, like, numbers? Do you know?
You had a quarter. I gave you a quarter of that. I ate the whole thing, and the other piece fell on the floor. No, look how small they are.
Because I've always heard, like, it comes in grams.
Right, it comes in grams and eighths, but I don't know how he broke it into. It's like one of the cat foods. It looks like one of Demi's cat balls.
Are you sure that's not somebody's, like, gum they spit out in a wrapper?
No, it's not. Sucker.
I'm not thinking much right now.
What are you going to eat tonight? That's not strong. I gave you 25.
No, they're 125 milligrams. You said it on the Fighter and the Kid, and I've seen all the rappers. No. You said yesterday they were putting fake stickers on.
I put fake stickers on there. Tell you what it says right here. See? It says 25 milligrams THC.
125 milligrams.
75 milligrams THC per package.
125.
Deep refrigerated. Sugar, gelatin, food, color, flavoring, cannabis oil. Home of the Red Star candies. To do what?
I don't know.
To do what? You did go to Israel.
No, I went during school, but I've never been to Europe or anything.
Who cares?
I don't know.
What do you want to do? You want ISIS to capture you and chop your little Jew head off? Then you're on TV crying like a bitch.
I would never go where ISIS is.
Stay right here. Mind your business.
No, I'm glad I did it. Like I graduated early from college so I could come out and work. I was just so sick of being in school. But then sometimes people talk like they had a really fun time at college. It would be fun. I don't know. Like sometimes I think about that.
College wasn't that type of experience for you?
No. Where'd
you live, Lee?
I lived in Boston.
In a dorm?
For 1 semester, and my roommate was terrible. So then I moved. I lived in the Italian section in the North End for 2 years. And then for my last semester, I lived over by Fenway.
By yourself?
No. Always with roommates.
And you got along with everybody?
No. A couple roommates I had were friends first, and that always sucked. When I had a roommate that I met on Craigslist, that was cool. Because there wasn't any pressure. So, yeah. But no, it was... If I was looking back on it, I might have gone to Drexel in Philly. They really wanted me to come. Like, they took me on a tour, and they gave me a lot more financial aid than Emerson did. But Emerson was, like, a better school. But since I went in Boston, I had a lot of friends from my hometown that were at other schools.
Subway. I know you're sitting over
there. There's no Subway allowed.
That's what you were thinking about. You were looking at me going, I'm going to go to Subway.
No, I get shit when I go to Subway now.
No, I know you always go to Subway.
I don't go to Subway.
That's your favorite. You couldn't live without Subway. You couldn't live without that turkey petrified bacon they put on that thing. That's bacon from a raccoon's back. It's a piece of
I've never got
meat from
bacon
a raccoon,
there.
And they spray paint it with they graffiti it with Anyway, you could be going to On It right now, and cold cut sandwich where you could eat On It. What I'm trying to tell you is be healthy. It's a natural nootropic. Okay, I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
Nootropic, I think.
Pedia. I'm not here to break it down. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm trying to help you. Listen, you're sitting there with those disgusting underwear on.
Wait. You press church and On It, and you get 10% off.
Church and On It. Get 10% off. I told him that in the beginning. Yes, I did. Special call-in. The church show was happening now on a Tuesday. It's a new year, 2015. Clean your toes. You're gonna be a bad mother. What? Syatt, what's up, baby? You don't even get high till 8 o'clock at night. I don't say nothing to you because you're family and I like you. You know what I'm saying?
You say a lot. You say it all day. It doesn't stop with what you're saying.
I don't say nothing to you. I make believe like I don't know. I turn my cheek because I love you.
You never turn your cheek.
You should be getting up in the morning doing 2-3 bong hits and starting your day. You're a smart guy. You could be thinking of plans.
How Cheetos are delicious.
Oh, disgusting.
How donuts are great.
That's
on Sunday night, Paula saved me. Like, this is how I know she's cool. I got home.
You ate the Subway sandwich?
I ate a Subway sandwich.
How bad was it?
It was good.
Oh.
I ate a Subway because I made a turkey club. What you hate?
Because you use that Subway bacon. Have you looked at that Subway bacon? I mean, we're family.
It's not
Have
the
you
best
looked
bacon.
At the Subway?
It's not the best bacon.
It's not the best bacon. It's not even bacon. It's somebody's French poodle. The meat looks like it's already been to look like bacon. That scares me. They take it, and it's got a coating on it. They throw it in the microwave, and they heat it up for you. That can't be good for you.
No, it's not great. But, I mean, Subway. But anyways, I got home, we ate that, and she just looked at me, and she wasn't even
now,
fucked up.
Now, was the bacon turkey bacon, too?
No.
It's real bacon?
They don't make turkey bacon at Subway. Or at least I don't know. You say everything at Subway's
bacon. All the cold cuts are turkey-based.
I don't know about that.
That's what...
But I believe you.
Do you see a sign for Thulman's or quality cold cuts? They don't even mention it because they're all turkey products. All the meat, the pastrami is really turkey. The ham is really turkey. You didn't know? That's what I've been saying to you. That's why it's so low in caloric intake. Well, I think when you go there, it's 500. When you go get an Italian at Jersey Mike's, it's 14,000 calories. Listening to some of the old podcasts that we've done, some in January, some in the old office, which were a disaster. And I noticed that there's you're 26 years old. I'm 51 years old, It could be double your age, and it's, I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that there's guys that listen that are your age, because I don't sit here and talk about my successes. I talk about a lot of mistakes that I made, and you guys learn from my mistakes or you don't, We laugh, we kidnapped Vellum, we called them, and I apologize. We laugh, but it's not funny. And I don't want it to be funny for you guys. I don't want you guys to giggle. I'm thinking of kidnapping the neighbor. It's not funny. But
it's my shtick.
Yeah, I want people to learn from these mistakes, and it's been done. And with you on the show, it makes me young. Like I listen to you and I talk to you and I hear about Netflix, but I don't know. I'm very happy that I do this podcast because I know a lot of people listen to it and they take tidbits and they apply it. I didn't know what was going to happen, and Lee, I didn't care because I couldn't control it. Are you with me? Like, I just couldn't control my days no more. I was talking to Lee last night. I don't know how we got on it about me being in the halfway house.
Yeah.
And when they took me from the prison to the halfway house, like, it took 2 hours to snap into the old me. Like, there was no, I already had an agenda when I got out. I had 2 agendas. I had the agenda I told the Gentiles and people who cared about me, and there was the agenda that I had in my heart. That I was going to go right back and buy some blow and sell some blow to get on my feet. I didn't know any other way. I was telling Lee that.
In a halfway house, you were selling blow.
In a halfway
Outside of it, to regular people, not even just halfway house people.
I had a scale in the ceiling, and I'd bring the coke in, and I'd hide it in the hallway behind, the fire extinguisher. First of all, I'm going to tell you something. I wish all of you and all your families and a happy new year. I wish that this is the year you figure it out. If you're struggling, then I love you to death. Keep doing what you're doing. You got it together. I hope your families are healthy. I hope you're healthy. From Lee and myself, we wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you very much. And happy, this is what we do, Lee.
It's pretty awesome, right? Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and we get high, and Lee gets 18 Subway sandwiches. But this is fun, Lee. What else would you be doing? You'd be at home right now doing what? On the phone texting.
I texted. I pulled out the phone.
Listen,
I was saying goodbye.
He's not in the car 2 minutes. He's on the phone with her at the house. From the apartment door to the car, he's texting the macaroons or whatever. You should just cut her off at the apartment. We'll talk tonight when I get back. That's it.
And I texted her one more time.
He texted in the car. I'm getting in the car.
You get 18,000 calls.
You've been on the phone with her in the apartment. You walk to the car texting her, And then you get in the car and give her another text. And if I don't say nothing to you, yeah, I miss you. Back and forth. Let's go eat taco. Call you when I get back. Bye. Bam. What type of Jew are you?
A good one?
2015 is going to be a good year for you guys. MeUndies.com. While you're sitting there with those rotten underwears that look like somebody finger banged you with a hip finger. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to yourself?
What is a hip finger?
I don't know, all right? This is not a joke, people. It kept it nice, tight, the gluteus muscles. MeUndies are tremendous. That my sack's not going to pop out there like some Palookia ball just waving around like some wrecking ball. Next thing you know, Miley Cyrus is hiding behind some tree, jumping up and down, singing songs. You know what I'm saying? You want nice, fresh underwear. We're going straight up tonight, old school. Check in with you guys. It's been a while. We've had a lot of great guests, from Sarah Tiana to Rich Franklin to Joe Rogan to Gabriel to Ralphie.
Gabriel's doing?
What's
like
he
a
doing?
week in one theater in Chicago, did like 20,000 seats.
Oh, please.
This
He
week?
goes to America. Then he comes here. He does 3 nights somewhere in Anaheim, and then 2 nights, and then he's off for New Year's, and it's over. If I get out of work early tomorrow, we'll go to his Christmas party.
Oh,
if
snap.
I get out of work early. I don't know what time again. It's supposed to rain here in L.A. If you guys don't know, when it rains in L.A., everything goes kabang. So if you got to leave for work and be there at 8, you usually leave at 7. You got to leave at like 5:45 tomorrow. I wish I was lying to you. It's the sad truth. When you live in Colorado and it snows, it's amazing how it didn't affect them at all. Like, snow was just another day for those people. I've never been big. I don't like how in L.A. everybody judges you by your car.
Yeah.
It really bothers me.
I was telling my mom, a lot of people here have like Porsches and
BMW.
and studio apartments.
Everybody has a Series 3 BMW here.
Yeah.
If you see anybody in the industry, a junior agent, and then as they get there for a while, they get a 5 Series. Listen, I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm here to impress myself, I like the Subaru. I like feeling safe. I like knowing that if it rains, a Cadillac's a great car and whatever, but I can't pay $300 to $400 a month and not sleep at night if something does break down. I've always had great success with Subarus and Toyotas. Why would I want to change it now at this point?
Yeah.
If I start making an abundance of money, yeah, my second car would be a Cadillac or something. But then I gotta have a family, so I can't be selfish. It'd have to be like, you know what I'm saying. I just
Plus,
can't.
with your daughter, you don't want to have like messes in the back of a Cadillac, I guess.
Listen, she could do whatever she wants. As long as I pay for the car, they're going to throw apples on. The kids are going to be kids.
Yeah.
I went to the park with a Saturday, and there was a soccer thing going on, a soccer camp. And it was kids her age, a little older. Some kids knew what was going on. The other kids would just do bots. They were just there out in the sun, walking around. There was a camp for like 2-year-olds and one for like 4-year-olds. And I'm walking around, I'm watching those 2-year-olds because I could see if I could put her in here, and my wife and her are battling. I'm like, what's going on? She goes, she wants to go down. I go, then let her down there. I go, you're going to sit there and battle with her, and you got to pick your battles with these kids. She's going to run down there anyway. She's going to walk around, touch the net, touch the ball, and then she's going to walk away from those kids. No, she's not. I picked her up, walked her down. That's exactly what she did. She kicked the ball. She saw 20 kids. She looked around. She goes, I don't need this. I did it by myself. She walked away. But we signed her up.
Oh, that's cool.
She's going next Saturday, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Even though she might not like it, she'll like it. It's kicking the ball. It's running around, falling in leaves. They got 2 coaches there. They coach her. They tell you what to do. She's mingling. This is what they're supposed to do, so they grow up with social skills.
They go back and forth sometimes. Like, should I be protesting? I don't know. Like, is this like an important thing to be doing? But I
Have you ever protested before?
no.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get a stick with a sign and walk down there?
You would kill me if you saw me with a stick.
I lived in Boulder, and I saw protesters from the CIA would come to town, and they'd come to recruit on campus. I don't know if they recruited or they took applications or they spoke to applicants, and there was always little wars on there, and these kids would go down there. And then I figured out who these kids were, that they were trust fund kids that just wanted to get some form of attention, and I got it, and unless you really believe, it's not that I don't like protesters and what they stand for, is I think that sometimes people are down there protesting and they don't even know what they're protesting for.
Right.
They're just protesting to make friends.
Everybody
in life gets jaded at their job.
Yeah.
Some people are listening to this right now going, Joey, I would want you to hear the other side of this. no matter what type of job you do, you're a working stiff till the end. I'm a working stiff. Lee would have been a working stiff as an editor. You know, you would have got promoted finally as an editor, and you're still 28. And when do you retire?
65.
So unless you open up your own business, you're a working stiff.
40 years, yeah.
So for 40 years, you're a working stiff, okay? Now, I don't know if this becomes the same for cops. I'm going to break it down for you guys and break, everybody here at some point at 38 goes, what am I doing? I just saw a bill by mistake. They pay me $15 an hour. They charge $55 for me. And I'm only getting $15. And yet, $15 goes to insurance and state taxes. But they're still getting $25 from me for labor-wise.
Yeah, so what happened with the Auntie Dolores?
All right, so Saturday I did that, right? Now, we got the Auntie Dolores package about a week ago. And everything has been yummy for your tummy.
Well, the 30 each.
I was high from Sunday night till Wednesday morning last week. I wish I was lying to you.
Off of, you didn't have it just once. You had it a few times.
No, I just kept eating them. There were little circles of death. They were hard cocoa, vegan, gluten-free. Lee ate 3 of them the first night.
Yeah.
And he left here. His eyeballs were spinning, and they were tremendous. I ate them Sunday, and I must have ate Sunday night. I can't lie to you people. I must have ate 10 of those things.
In what time period?
3 hours, 4 hours. I just was popping them. I thought they were 10 milligrams apiece, Lee. The next thing you know, I look at the bag the next morning.
Yeah, you tweet a picture of it.
And I felt bad. So, all right, so I ate them till Wednesday. And Wednesday, I said, let me give them a breather. I think Tuesday, I popped a Cheaper Chew and like 4 of those things. I was blasted on that film site. Blasted, giggling to myself, talking to the dog on the set. Every day, let me tell you what my only cheat is.
What?
1 piece of Twizzlers licorice.
That's it?
That's
not
it.
even that bad.
No ice cream, no pudding, no nothing. I eat the chicken.
Okay.
Today I had the pasta with no meat and the salad.
That's nice.
I've seen some craft services.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you had lobster on Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. If it was between Spider-Man 2 and The Longest Yard, it'd be close.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 had 3 conference tables of snacks. Do you understand me? Like 3 conference tables. Like 1 table is just cold cuts, every type of bread, peanut butter and jelly, mayonnaise, mustard, and there was a chick just stocking cold cuts, roast beef, Swiss cheese, ham, salami, all different types of salami. There was 1 table with smoothies, and there was 1 table with chips, chocolate, you name it. The reason why it wasn't gamey is because she marinated it for 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Do you follow me? The marination process was so delicious and so, yum. But it's 3 days to take that gaminess away. Once I taste the game, it's lights out for me. I can't do it.
So
I get sick just fucking thinking about it.
So you're not like a buffalo?
No, you'll never
deer.
see me an ostrich, deer, venison, nothing.
I've heard venison's good.
I heard it too. That's great. Eat it, fart. You stinky venison fart somewhere else. And any snake or form. I've had calf's brains.
Yeah.
Sesame. And deep fried like a chicken cutlet.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mother would cut brain thin and then dip it in egg batter and breadcrumbs and deep fry it. Did it freak
you out seeing it?
I wouldn't see it.
The weirdest thing I've ever had is chicken hearts.
What'd you have it with?
It was like a grilled plate in Israel. I only had 1 because my friend got it.
What did it taste like?
Nothing too intense. I don't remember.
Nothing
it wasn't
disgusting?
No, it wasn't disgusting. But I don't do oysters because they wriggle. I don't like it. I don't know. It feels like a bugger.
I'll do clams. We ate some clams at what's the name of the joint you used to work at?
Legal Seafood.
Legal Seafood. Somebody was asking somebody else there. I'm going to Boston. Where's the best chow? And somebody says, I gotta tell you, it's touristy, but I gotta go down with Legal Seafood.
Fuck yeah.
And I thought so also. I like clams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like
on the half
oysters.
Shell?
Yeah, clams on the half shell with a little Tabasco, a little horseradish, and a mug of Heineken on tap with a frozen glass. Who's gonna stop you? That's a big dick right there. And start sucking those clams. It's tremendous. You just inhale some beer. There's nothing better than that.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, I like clams on a half shell, a little fried calamari, a couple of shrimp cocktails. Holy skadoodle! I was high. At 7:30, my wife kept asking, what is your problem? You're sitting there staring into the abyss. I'm sorry, I said abyss. I called Lee. I'm like, we're going to do a podcast. Call me back in an hour. Lee called back. What are we going to do? I don't know, Lee. Call me back in an hour. I basically passed out. When I got up at 3 in the morning to pee last night, I was like, oh my God, I passed out tonight.
Hell yeah.
That's why I like marijuana. That's the real truth.
Really
There's two reasons. The first reason is the sleep issue.
Yeah.
And the second reason, honest to God, is how good music sounds. Monday, December 15th, you had 8 days to make it happen. Don't come crying. Because then you want to be set by the 29th, 24th. They weren't millionaires. This house looked like a bomb hit it. They lived in the projects, and the black people out there all ganged up. In fact, there was a guy out there making pork chop sandwiches, Lee.
Just on the side of the road?
Lee, delicious.
I bet.
Fried pork chops on the side of the street, and you took your own white bread. So it was like a thing of white bread. 1,000 black hands have been in there with crack on their fingernails. God.
Into their fingernails.
If you bought a pork chop, you would stick your greasy hands in there and get 2 pieces of white bread out. You would put the pork chop on the white bread, and you would bite into it and figure out where the bone was later. Once you heard your tooth crack, booyah, you hit the bone. He didn't take it out. And he gave you like a sauce, a thing of hot sauce. Again, you could see mud on the fingers and AIDS and crack. You had to put hot sauce on your pork chop, and that's how you ate it. And he barely gave you like a napkin. The napkin he gave you had his fingerprints on it. But it was delicious. And I went to these black people's house, and they got me stoned on the worst weed ever, Lee. Like 4 of us must have smoked 15 joints, and we barely got high. We went outside, we bought the pork chop sandwiches, and they gave me a ride home. I've never forgotten that. Never forgotten that. They got me high. They were very funny. They enjoyed that I was Cuban. They could have mugged me, Lee. If anything, I would do a little bit of white heroin in a needle.
No, you can't do a needle.
Yeah, because
like
I never did it. At this point, I think if I did it with somebody cool, and I looked the other way and put my iPod in, and they shot my arm a little bit of heroin, and then pulled some blood out, and held it, and then I just kept breathing. And I go to my island of serenity, and they shoot me a little bit more. I think I just get high for a few hours. I would like that.
I think that's a lot worse than doing a little bit of coke. Isn't that terrible?
No. Some good, like a good Chinese guy. Like some Chinese,
a good one?
Yeah, like some
no,
dude that's...
Chang's one?
No. Like some good Chinese guy in New York that brought it from Toronto. Something from, something Chinese. They processed it very clean. Ooh, some fucking, some white debt. Something with one of those names, some white debt. And it had to be it had to be a professional. Like, listen, what would you shoot? Well, I do the whole bag, but I do it. All right, then give me a quarter of that. Just give me a tiny little beat, mix it with some water, and just blast me a little bit. Poke the arm, put on some Black Sabbath, and take it out, and then loosen it. And I would just to go nuts for 2 hours.
Is it supposed to be great?
It would take a guy like me where I need to be before the next journey.
You're not worried about getting addicted to it?
No, not one little tiny taste like that. In my arm with a needle, it's clean, Bobby.
Who's Bobby?
Bobby, like, who shot that duck?
This is crazy.
So what do you think? How you feeling, Fun?
I'm super high.
No, you're not. You look good. You're conscious. It's clean. And then she goes tomorrow. Where'd you go yesterday? To the Museum of Natural History?
No, tolerance.
And what did you guys learn? You see a bunch of Jews screaming.
Pretty much. No, it was an experience. Like we listened to Survivor speak. It was pretty.
Now, when you went there, how many people were in the museum?
A bunch.
Were they all Jews?
Full. There were some Jews, but no, there's some like Mexican people and stuff. And there's a black family, a trio of black girls, and no, it was. I had been to them in DC and Israel before, and I get really depressed. Like I just am in a bad mood. Just it really takes it out of you. This one wasn't that good because they had you follow like a weird fake conversation with some scientists, like looking at, or historians, I guess, looking at the Holocaust. But like the one in Israel is pretty terrible, and it's My mom wanted to go, and it made her happy.
Did you cry?
I got teared up a little bit. It's.
Did your mom cry? Did you say an Israeli prayer?
No, we didn't say a prayer. I didn't say a prayer.
When you went home and broke the lamb, did you say a prayer before the lamb for these poor people that suffered?
I love lamb.
I know you do.
She makes it with a little bit of mustard mixed with breadcrumbs. A little bit of mint jelly. She made homemade applesauce. Oh. I didn't even know she did that.
Come on.
Until this year.
And now today, what did you guys do?
Today we went and saw Hunger Games and we went shopping.
Where'd you go see Hunger Games?
Burbank.
And you saved on the parking.
Yeah.
And then where else did you take it? You take it for dinner tonight?
No, she made, it sounds stupid, but one of my favorite things she makes is quesadillas. So she made those.
Your mom?
They're just American quesadillas. They're just tortillas and shredded cheese and some chicken. But
cheddar cheese?
Not cheddar. I think it's like the taco mix blend or something. It's good.
Why don't you just get the cheese in a package and really just put
it is in a package.
A dagger in my heart?
It is in a package.
That white single stuff? Like the Kraft single slices?
It's the shredded stuff in a bag.
And it's in the package.
It's in the plastic.
It's not the single slices made by Kraft with the cancer.
No.
Next time you get that cheese, take it out of the wrapper and look at it.
I do get that.
You could smell the cancer. You could smell the chemotherapy.
I get the reduced fat version of it too.
Do you really?
Yeah, because it's only 25 calories.
Bonds right. Let's do that. Can you do that?
It's your job this time.
Now you get me all pissed off.
I'll do it again at the end.
Quesadilla. A Jew flies 2,000 miles.
She likes it.
Quesadilla.
Yeah.
What do you make with it? What about the potato pancakes? What happened to
those?
We had
those. I have a bunch of those.
Where are they?
They're mine. You stay away from them.
Where are they?
My freezer.
What does she make them with?
Potatoes, onions, a little bit of garlic.
Do you put applesauce on it?
And sour cream.
Oh, look at you. You know, that's the real Jews. You know, Pino's Pizzeria. Now I'm lying to you. Like 20th Street, it became Italian.
You know, are there like other groups of your friends walking home? Because like when groups would walk home, there'd be like groups.
No. In these days, there were people on the streets, but not to the magnitude that you'd expect. There was a lot of movies I went to in the afternoon. There was a lot of movies I went to the 8 o'clock. I remember going to see Enter the Dragon with my stepfather for the 8 o'clock. But when I was at the bar on a Friday or Saturday night, I had two options. I could sit at the bar and play pool, shuffleboard, music, play the congas, shake people down for money. After all that's done, it's still 11 o'clock. I got 4 hours to burn. 4 hours. Jeez. Listening to Spanish music, listening to arguments, you know, watching my mom dance, my stepdad come in, he's pissed off, the ice machine's broken, there was always some drama. So I would movie, and my mom would go, how are you getting back? I'm walking. No, I don't want you walking. Call me, and I'll send a cab over there for you. So sometimes I get a cab home.
Okay.
But when I was with those kids, we walked. What cab? We walked.
I mean, do you wish you had more structure?
I don't know.
I'm pretty much the example of the opposite.
I am blown away by the rope that I had. And it didn't really hit me till last night that I was watching that movie going, this came out in 71 or 72. You mean I was walking from 29th Street to 48th Street every Friday and Saturday to watch movies? Dog, I was a movie kid, you know. Every movie that I could go watch. And every martial art movie that came out.
Like was this a thing you did almost every Friday with your friends? That's crazy. I loved going to the movies.
I loved
my
it.
friends.
Who doesn't? That's how you learned everything. That's how you learn culture. For me, it was an escape. I was sitting there last night at that movie, thinking how, as it got to the end, how I remembered, like, I'm gonna have to go after I walk home with my friends and do this. I don't know what I'm walking into. Like by 72, 73 at the bar, I never knew what I was walking into.
So you'd go back to the bar?
Well, no. I'd walk over the bridge and go to a discotheque. Yeah, I'd go to a bar. I'd go back to my mother's bar. My house in those days was in New York City.
Oh.
That's why I had to wait there till 3.
So that's why New Jersey was nothing. You were walking around New York City.
Yeah, that's why, I had to be there till 3 because we lived in New York till I was 10.
Oh.
So you follow me? My mom would tell me, once you're in Jersey, there ain't no coming back. There ain't no 9:30, I'm tired. So there was a rule. Once I went to Jersey, I was in till 3 a.m. with them. I didn't leave the bar till 3:20, 3:30, And by the time we got home, 10 to 4, and then we go home, my mom would cook something, and I'd go to bed in those days. This is when I lived in New York City.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I mean, I grew up, my mom was strict. My dad he worked in nightclubs, so he was out till 2 or 3 in the morning a lot. But he was home during the day. And my mom was super strict. My dad was super strict. And it just, the little kid in me is a little bit jealous. Like, I would have loved to do that. I also grew up in a town that didn't have some of that stuff, but I would have loved to be able to walk to the movies. But then, hearing all the crazy stuff you go through, maybe it wasn't. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it was good or bad.
Okay, what's the closest movie to my house? Lancashire?
Magnolia, whatever that is.
That is over there, right?
Yeah.
What you're trying to ask me is, if when Mercy's 10, would I let her walk over there?
Well, that's
not a million.
You don't. I was gonna say yes. You don't think so? Because that's super close.
I would love to tell you that I let her walk that. I don't know. I just don't know.
Because
I don't trust it more.
You can't.
I don't watch porn.
Well, not porn, but
she's not gonna find my stash because I don't have a stash.
Yeah, but then you also
have one dirty magazine at the house.
Well, you don't have to now, but one day she might log onto your computer.
I have nothing dirty on there.
You don't go to YouPorn?
I have the YouPorn.
Yeah, that's all they need.
I don't know when the last time I clicked onto YouPorn. It pops up, it goes away, it comes back, computer.
It just shows up and then you use it?
No, I don't. It's not that I used it. It's not that I put it. Ari told me 10 years ago. They were talking about porn. When I used to go on the road with those guys,
right? I
knew nothing. Do you not understand? I knew nothing. They would talk about downloading, and I would just make believe like, I don't know what's going on.
You're doing a ton of downloading? You're like, oh yeah, I download all the time.
They wouldn't talk to me about that. They knew better.
I'm uploading, I'm downloading.
They would talk about downloading and how, what's it like in your hotel room? Is your computer coming in? And Tim, Duncan, and Brian, and Joe, and I don't know, something's buffering. And I would sit there like, I don't know what these guys are talking about. I wouldn't even think of bringing a computer with me on the road.
Right.
Wouldn't even think. It wasn't like a computer on the road.
So you never, you don't have to use porn to get to, really?
They would talk about all this disgust and videos, and then at night we would get high and go to somebody's room, and they would show me all this stuff. That's how I learned about little things.
Yeah.
Then they showed me MySpace, and they showed me. Well, I had a Hotmail, but I lost the code years ago. I still got the same Hotmail.
I feel like you had it on a piece of paper in your wallet. It's like when someone teaches their grandmother about the internet.
I had that Hotmail account since 1997.
So, did you ever look back at the emails from that time?
No, I never got emails. I didn't send an email to nobody. I didn't send an email to anybody till like 2003. That's the first email I ever sent to anybody.
Really?
It was like 2003.
So you had it for years and just didn't use it?
Nope.
Not like nerd stuff, but like you're in all social media platforms and stuff.
Yeah, but I can't tolerate. Like I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on a lot.
Yeah, but you don't know how to take pictures. They get all blurry and stuff.
Every day I get 4 requests for LinkedIn. I don't know what it is. I don't know who they are.
They just want to network with you socially.
Listen, I've said it once.
LinkedIn.
Listen, I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. I don't want no more business people. It's like business for who?
For people who don't have business? Why do they keep
bothering me? I didn't set up a page. I didn't even set up a page. You understand me?
That was so sincere. Why?
I can see if I bothered you and then you bother me back. I know nothing. One day I started getting friendship requests from business invitations to be my friend. I'm like, who is this? What is this? Lincoln, then ignore. I don't know nothing. I just erase them now. Every day I get 4 or 5 people want to be my business network. Why? I got no money. I can't do nothing.
You don't want to network?
No. What network? What? And talk about what?
So you can let people know how you're doing professionally.
I'm not doing nothing professional. I'm sitting here with a little Jew from Boston. What am I doing? I'm not doing nothing. What am I going to talk to you about? I got enough problems.
You should just make a LinkedIn account and have it just be, I'm not doing nothing. And then they'll leave you alone.
But Lee, here's the thing. I never set one up.
You must have clicked on it at some point, or maybe people are just putting your name in. Why
people got to bother me? I don't want to bother. Listen, I don't know. Instagram, that means I got to take pictures.
Right.
I don't want to do that either. That's too much work. I got to go back to Sprint and Wi-Fi. I can't send pictures. I can't send pictures of nothing no more.
That must suck. Jesus Christ, Joey, 500 milligrams.
What's it? Want to do another one?
Not really, but
We're ready.
I don't really have a choice.
I won't be back till October. Then I started my own sports betting service, and I got another call, and they're like, "Listen, we want you to do the Seattle comedy competition. It starts in November." So I said, "What am I going to do? I'm going to call this guy. I just start my own sports betting service."
I was gonna say you like made a choice for like comedy, like that's pretty good. But then, how do you start your own betting service? You're just taking bets? Are you giving out picks?
No, because a sports betting service is basically when you sell somebody information, which is when a person knows people who give you the scores and know referees to game.
And who are your references at this point?
I know a couple friends that knew people. I know a guy who played hockey. Listen, you just have a hunch. Listen, when I worked for the sports betting service that I worked for, it was basically 3 or 4 guys that made a decision, that had been involved in it for a long time and really knew the game, that made a decision. But one of the things he told me once that really stuck out in my mind, he goes, I want you to know something. Pete Rose was betting on baseball, and he was losing. Art Schlichter was betting on football, and he was losing. And there's a bunch of other names that he dropped, and they were losing, and they actually played the game. What makes you think we could be accurate? So I would be Joey Diaz, International Sports.
Right.
You would be Lee Syatt, the King of Israel. And then we'd have Sports Mania, offensive money men.
And just get all the business.
And say that they're, what's with the oil? What's the fake island?
Oh, Dubai?
Dubai. Say that they're from Dubai. Sports guys from Dubai. Listen, what's going on? Listen, over here we bet for thousands of dollars. That's all they want. That's all the sports betting service is. So I listen to what I do. I read the magazine. I look at the guy's call, and I look where the magazine is printed and who puts it out. And I get the information. And I go, listen, Doug, I know.
Were you watching Law and Order at this point? Like,
no.
How are you doing this?
This is because I'm a savage, right? And I go, listen, I just picked up your magazine. I worked for blah, blah, blah. I go, can you help me out? And he goes, what are you talking about? I did a survey. You did no survey. Right here, this is your address, this is your mailing, this is where your money. Look, it's
like a beautiful mind of criminal activity.
Right? Nah, my partner, he's the sports guy. I put the magazine out. Yeah, okay. Listen, you're talking to Uncle Joey here. How do you do your angle? He goes, well, people call me and I sign them up for the season. Nobody wants to sign up for the season. They're going to try you first. They want you to give them a free pick before you give them the season, 2-3 picks, give them a weekend for free. You ain't got that type of time. You're going to foil before the season's over. Nobody's going to stick around for a season.
No.
Let's do one
We had 500 milligrams, dude.
Let's break the record today.
I might end now, but sure, let's just do it.
You got any chicken?
There's a full moon tonight.
You got any chicken cordon bleu left at the house?
I got a box left, yeah.
How many pieces in the box?
I get the big box because there's 6.
6. We're going over that later. We'll eat some chicken cordon bleu.
Okay.
We'll watch some late night television. What do you think? We're going to eat another Star of Death. What do you think?
Might as well at this point. Everyone emails me like, oh, 15 milligram edible. I'm like, knock me out for the night. We're talking about doing 625 on a Monday night for no reason. And we have kettlebells at 11 a.m.
First of all, there's always a reason. There's somewhere in Iowa saying, I wish I had a Star of Death.
Let's do it for Ebola then.
You can't walk on one leg, Lee. Remember that.
I won't be walking.
You're as tough as nails. You got Uber anyway on speed dial, don't you?
I might have to tonight.
Didn't you say you ate 3 stars and nothing happened to you the other day?
Yeah, that doesn't mean eat 5.
Want to eat a little piece of hash?
No.
Where's that piece of ass? Is it still here?
Yeah.
It's still there.
Leave that alone.
It's there fermenting. I could have 10 DEA agents coming here right now. They couldn't find it.
Well, let's not taunt them.
I ain't going to taunt nobody. Which Portland, I tell you, I used to go to Portland in 1995 when I used to work at Club Harvey's, which is still there. But Harvey's is a very clean room. You know, Helium is 2015, you know.
Were you clean when you had to work at Harvey's?
Oh my God, I tried, but the guy's mother came on Saturday night for the early show.
Oh, it's that place.
Oh, she hated me. Harvey's was, I mean, in those days, I don't know. I remember the Portland as just being dark. I had a lot of strip clubs. I got blow a few times. You know, I went out. It was okay, but it wasn't the real deal. Like, it wasn't like a city that I would visit or something.
Really?
Now, they've done great things. And the people of Dynamite, I went to a few weed stores, Parma, Pharma, great feed store. I got some CBDs.
So is it legal there or
it's legal,
medical? What is
recreation.
it like?
You just walk in, give me your license, and go to the back, Jack. Edibles aren't legal yet, from what I'm hearing, but everything else is pretty straight. You know, we always, if you're a comic or a fan of comedy, or you listen to Rogan's podcast, whenever I go on there, in my comedy, whatever, the city was Houston. You know, in the 90s when I was developing
your class of
the
comedy
fun
or something.
city, I had a lot of fun cities, but the ideal one, the comedy scene where you went, you had to have your A game, it was Houston, Texas.
And what years was this? Like early 90s?
97 to 2004, the Houston comedy scene was really hot. You got to imagine that, you know, 10, 15 years before that, Kennison and Hicks and Carla Bow and all those guys were walking around down there at I forget the name of the club, but it was the last stop when we were down there.
So since you've been doing comedy, what are the bigger markets? Like, so it was in Houston for a part, like what is it now? Or?
Houston just became a hip place to do comedy. Either you surrender or we will come and get you. Mark Babbitt made that room when Mitch Hedberg and Tom Rhodes co-headlined in 97. That set a statement out. That was like a tremendous statement. Like 98, I think. Tom Rhodes had been on an ABC show or NBC show, and the show got canceled. But he was still a very funny guy. And nobody was booking him, it seemed like. He was in limbo, and Mitch was friends with him. Mitch was friends with him from Florida or something. And Mitch goes, why don't you co-headline with me and get back out there? He was already bringing in Dana Gould and acts like that. And all of a sudden, he started bringing in Rogan and Stanhope, and all those guys taped their CDs down there. And it just became this cool, you know, the Monday night at the Laugh Stop was from 8 to 2. That's unheard of.
And didn't you say that sometimes as a headliner, you'd stay for that show?
Yeah, you'd stay on Sunday. You'd stay for Monday afternoon and partied, and because Chewy's, it was a special. Chewy's, the Mexican place, it was stuffed shells, chicken and sour cream enchiladas.
Oh, nice.
So we would just stay, eat that. Portland has become that. The last 3 or 4 times I've gone to Portland, I see the comedy scene's growing. Ron Funches is from Portland.
Yeah.
There's another kid that's from Portland, Oregon.
And that's all I've heard for years is how great Portland as a city is. So I'm just surprised to hear that you didn't have a good time there before.
But what I'm saying to you, all these cities develop. You know, over the years they developed. That they become, you know, they become very gentrified. You see all the same malls and stuff like that.
Right.
Portland.
Yeah.
I used to go to the Adidas store. Was the Nike store. That was what I went to Portland for every time.
Really?
The Nike store was off the chain downtown.
What would it have?
It just didn't. It had everything Nike. In 1995, I was a knucklehead. 96, I would go down there and stay with Floyd J. Phillips, who now lives in Michigan. He's originally from Michigan.
Okay.
And he was a comic. And when he would leave out of town, I'd stay in his house and do Harvey's. He was kind enough to let me stay there and do Harvey's. And
you didn't do it that often when you were
twice a year.
Living in Seattle?
I did Harvey's twice a year, but there were so many other rooms that some nights I would just stop driving and go to Floyd J. Phillips's and crash. He'd leave me a key.
Okay.
And I'd sleep on the floor, and it was me sleeping there. Josh Wolf slept on that kid's floor. Everybody. He was the guy to stay with in Portland at the time.
I've always been kind of a loner sort of person, do you think it's possible to be a comic and not and be a loner? Because I'm just hearing, like, it would freak me out to have people just staying on my floor. But it sounds like you guys did that all across the country.
Years I didn't live the way I wanted to be living. We're just talking about the South Side, people who live with remorse and people who commit and go, this is it. You know, and we're talking about Sons of Anarchy is a great example, but we'll get to that later. So I would sit in the back of the church.
Okay.
And I would just sit back there and think about all the bad things I did. And how I was a horrible Catholic and how I had failed, you know, how I had failed as a Catholic. Put Jesus on the crucifix, the 2 guys next to him were thieves. And I always figured that you have no idea, guys.
Did you ever confess?
All the time.
Really? You did confession?
All the time.
What is that? I've never done that.
You got to go in there and tell him a story, and then he tells you what to do, and you go do it.
Do you tell him like all the bad things?
Nobody goes in there and says, I sucked 22 dicks. There's no real confession. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody will go in there and say, Father, last week I ate a Quaalude. So nobody's going to go to church and say that, okay? So there's no confession.
Did you do that?
When I would go in there, I couldn't say, well, you know, Father, I would go in there and keep it very, I would go in there and say, Father, bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been whatever since my last confession. I stole. I lied. I cheated. This was not me. I didn't break it down. I didn't tell him that I kidnapped somebody. I didn't tell him that I broke into some guy's house. I didn't tell him that I robbed my godfather. I just kept it very bland. Okay?
Do you think if you hadn't done drugs, you might not have been a criminal? Because it seems like the only reason you did those crimes were for drugs.
No. No. It was, I've always told parents to watch what you tell your kids. You have to watch what you tell and what you do around your kids. That weekend that you make your kids stay with your parents and you go drinking and they come back and they ask you, what's the matter? And you're like, I'm hungover. And they see you hungover. That stays in your child's head.
Yeah.
And your child is going to do what you're doing. If your child sees you smoking dope, you're his hero. You understand me? So when I was growing up, here's my mom, and she had these friends that were dear friends that were criminals. So I was exposed to this. Was it okay for me? No. All those years, I was a good kid. I did dumb things growing up. You know, I stole money from my godfather. I did dumb things that kids 13 and 14 do. At that age, did I know I was going to be a criminal? No. Once all those things happened, I felt that the world had turned on me, so now it was my turn to turn on the world. Once you have an event happen to you, it could be anything, man. You start asking your religion.
Yeah.
So if you doubt that and you doubt life, now you're not going to have no respect for life, but most importantly, you're not going to have no respect for yourself. Once I lost the respect for, listen, a thief is a criminal is somebody who loses respect for themselves. Somebody who does drugs is somebody who lost respect for themselves somewhere. That's all it is. You know, when I got off the blow, I didn't work on getting off the blow. Okay? That's for amateurs. I worked on my character.
What was causing you to do blow?
I wanted to go back to the point where I didn't do blow. So I went back to a point in my mind where I didn't do blow. When did I not do blow? When I was going to karate. When I was with those kids. So what did I do? I went and joined the karate school. Just to open up that avenue. Maybe it was that was attacking me. Most people that get off drugs, they live their whole life getting off drugs. They don't work on the things that got them on drugs.
Jesus.
I'm talking about when people really go, look, I didn't have suicidal thoughts, but let me tell you what I was thinking. Okay, what I was not fantasizing about, but kind of glamorizing. You know, this is what people don't tell you. So when you go to a rehab, we have to stay clean. They focus on staying clean until you get high again. They don't focus on the things that got you high. What got you high? Where did you break down? What happened? Diego Torres is one of my best friends in California.
He does a really good impression of you.
I don't see him as much as I'd like to. He's an old school Spanish type kid.
Yeah.
That I grew up with that was straight when you were growing up, that didn't do drugs. I mean, he's studying to be a lawyer. Rodrigo has seen me in some bad situations, never judged me. I'm dear friends with him and his brother. His brother doesn't speak to us anymore.
Really?
Yeah. I loved his brother. You know why his brother stopped speaking to me?
Why?
Because of you.
What'd I do?
His brother wanted to be you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But he had too long of a drive. He lived in Riverside.
Oh, yeah.
And I would put him on simple missions, and he would just destroy him. Like, I mean, it was like, this is what you want to do, but he didn't. And then he went to work for Gabriel, and he went to war with Gabriel because he wanted to be full-time. And Gabriel's like, I'm just getting started. You know, hang out for a while. Come up at night, take pictures, and I'll give you cash. But he wanted to be, and then he told those guys to fuck off.
Oof.
And then me and him spoke, and I told him what I wanted him to do. Same thing like you. Same thing. But he, no, I have an idea for a movie. Let's just start with the videos. Let's just see. He had this $8,000 camera. I told him. He told me he's a photographer. Come up. I get him a do some headshots. He did these pictures, Lee, that I had to rip up. Like they were
worse than the one this weekend.
No, I was young and these pictures they weren't headshots at all. They weren't focused or nothing. Then he told me he wanted to shoot a Joey Karate video. I go, let's shoot the video. Guess what he did? He put the video up without editing it. So the first 8 takes, he left on the video.
On YouTube?
On YouTube. I had to
What was his response when you asked him?
Who knows, Lee? Who knows what he was thinking?
Oh my God!
So then he came up, and I said to him, "Listen, this is how we're going to start. This is how we have to do it. If you're interested." And I never heard back from him.
Thank God.
And maybe 2 or 3 months later, you popped up, and I bumped into him. Like maybe 4 months later, and he was very disappointed. And I told him, I said, you never got back to me. You didn't want to put the work, brother. You didn't want to put the work. You just want to get put on. He wanted to just get put on. Like, I just want to come to work. Give me a check every week. What am I going to get a fucking check for you? I'm having a hard time getting a fucking check. Like, he was that. So, but Rodrigo's a great kid. I'm happy you had him on the podcast.
Oh,
he's a great comic. He goes to school. He goes to Mexico.
Really?
You sit Rodrigo down, you give Rodrigo a joint. He's a history nerd, brother.
Jeez, we have so much more to talk about.
Oh my God, he didn't talk to you?
No.
He could break down everything in history to the T in a way that he explains it so when you ask somebody a question and they talk down to you?
Yeah.
He doesn't talk down to you when he explains history. He breaks it down for you. He explained the whole Armenian thing to me. The massacre.
The genocide. Yeah.
It was amazing. I had heard the story, I had read about it, but he broke it down so beautifully. I wish that I could take a story from history and break it down my way. I just really don't know history. I forgot it. That's why I wanted to take classes. What's going on here? What are we doing this week? Huh? Look at the shape. Yeah, I got to go to New Jersey without you.
I know.
You know what? I went to look because I was going to switch my plane ticket to do the New York Comedy Festival with Ari and do what's his name show, but Lee they wanted. Let's say I ever get around to writing this book. That's in the outline. That day when I got hit with Lunchbox. That stayed with me. That stays with you as a child. That made me want to go home getting stitched up and getting my mother. My mother gave me like an ear beating in the cab after I got stitched up.
For getting hit?
Yeah. It made me become a different. I touched that scar from time to time. It's not there anymore. If I shave it, you'll see it. And right now I'm starting to faint. Just touching it, just thinking about it, how I rubbed it, and how the blood was dripping down my face, and how I ran from Central Park. I ran 5 or 6 blocks running, and my heart pumping was making the blood come out more. I'm going to puke. If I pass out, people, please don't laugh. Oh my God, it was terrible.
You okay? Do you need something?
No, I'm good. Just thinking about it, like how much 5 or 6 blocks, like running with the blood dripping as I'm running and just going, and people going, can we help you? And me just pushing people. Like I was having it was my first real panic attack. And I still remember running past my house like I was in shock. I lived on 205 West 88th Street. So I came down 89th, and as I ran, I made the right, and I ran 2 stoops down.
You were just too excited or too...
Something happened to me, and I held on to the stoop, and I seen the blood hit the sidewalk, and I felt the blood dripping down my face. By that time, the lady who was cleaning the house, she knew something was going on. So they let me upstairs. I went into my house, and they had to call my mother to take me to the hospital. This lady that was cleaning the house, I forget what her name was, she took me to the hospital. They had to wait for my mom before they could stitch me up. So by the time my mom got there, my mom was going to throw up. Because first of all, I wasn't supposed to be at Central Park.
Oh, that's why.
Okay, so right off the bat, my mother was going to beat me right there. And when my mother came, they stitched me up. My mother fainted during when they were stitching me up. I cried. In those days, they put a sheet over your head like a KKK with a hole in it. And they stuck a needle of Novocaine. Oh, my God, my eyeballs hurt.
They would just numb your entire head?
Oh, my God, Lee, it was horrendous. And they'd stitch you up. and you just sit there and yell, oh, God, it's horrible. My mom was yelling, I was yelling, and my mom wanted to know what I was doing at the park, and she was interrogating me while they was stitching me up. And then in the car on the way home in the cab, about you got to stick up for yourself and what happened and blah, blah, blah. But it had to be maybe 2 weeks later. Once my stitches were taken, I joined karate. And that was it. That was horrible, dog. What's going on there? Everything all right there?
Everything's great, man.
Thank God.
Two hits?
I was going to fold them and give them to everybody. Just fold them. You thought you were doing one. I got to tell you, man, I'm happy I didn't eat 2 of them.
Yeah, me too.
But we had a fun time for a few days. It takes you, if it's good acid, you're supposed to be thinking about it for a day or two. For a day or two, if you smoke, you see some moving from time to time. It's kind of weird when it sticks in your body. You know, like I said, I used to do it all the time as a kid, and I loved it. Then cocaine came along, and that was my acid story. But
I couldn't believe you fell asleep. Like both times I've taken it, I'm up to like 5 in the morning.
1:30, bam, out.
Oh my God!
I get up like at 3. I can't even believe I fell asleep, and I go right back to sleep again.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It was fun. I don't know what I thought, but when I was growing up and drugs are supposed to be bad, you think every drug is going to be different, and so far everything that I've done is kind of the same. It's just it keeps getting a little bit stronger. Like mushrooms are a little bit stronger than weed, and then acid is a little bit stronger than mushrooms.
Wait till we do the heroin. So
Jesus, I don't know. I'm usually pretty positive. I like to believe in people, but I keep seeing these articles, and someone sent me this article today about how they can't get a job as a lawyer, and they're working for like minimum wage and complaining. And it like, I don't know why, but it set me off today, because when I was in college, there was a thing out here about NBC interns had complained about working at SNL, or maybe I was right out of college, and everyone in the industry, all they could talk about was how they're never going to get a job because you don't air dirty laundry like that. And you don't complain, and it's just, I get a lot of stuff from people about how it's hard to find jobs, and I understand that it is hard to find a job, but I also think if you're good at what you do and you work hard, you're gonna have to start it at the bottom, which is what we were talking about a few weeks ago. That everyone thinks when they get out of college, their job is gonna be their dream job, and it's probably not. And I don't know why, but that article it set me off this morning. It really bummed me out.
What was the article about?
It was just this guy who went to law school and has 3 degrees and thought he was going to be making so much money, and now he was complaining, I went to a job interview and I didn't hear back for a month and I didn't get it, and I was like, everyone goes through that. You
got to do a checklist,
right?
Okay, you got to do a checklist. Number 1, are you applying for the job at 11:30? Or are you applying for the job at 8:01?
You forgot the pool?
No, dog. I got manners. I'm a Catholic. I took it.
And these jobs aren't bad, but the people that I deal with are like my friends from home who have given up on finding a job in their field, and like they're still working at the jobs that we worked at together in high school, which at least they have a job, but like I can't imagine going to school for 4 years and after 6 months of looking for a job, you're just like,
That's what people do, because they find out one thing. It's called work.
Yeah.
People don't want to work. People want to get the least possible for the most possible, and I don't blame you. But somewhere in there, we have to work. Last night, we had a very interesting conversation at the store before somebody got shot. You, I, and Johnny Rock.
Yeah, that's what made me think about it.
Doing comedy and falling in love. Okay, here you are, 26, 27. You're a comedian on stage. Some women think that's sexy. All of a sudden, you meet a girl, you fall in love. Where does your work ethic go? That's when I look at people the hardest. When I go, how does the work ethic go? That's the number one killer of young kids. And I did it.
Yeah.
But I always knew that I didn't have a backup plan. There's nothing wrong with falling in love. But in the last couple of years, amongst my young friends, I've seen them, they just cut off. They just cut off. And I don't mind somebody falling in love, but you still have to keep your dream alive, because sooner or later, the money runs out.
Yeah.
And the dinners run out, and also in reality sets in, and she realizes she's with a bum.
It totally happened to me. It's when you first, like, I don't know, for me, when I first started dating Paula, I had the TV job and I was doing this and I had tons of money. I was doing great, and then I stopped doing the TV thing and we had fun, and it's not, we had a talk, but then also, like, you just start looking at the bank one day and you used to have a certain amount, now that's half of that. Now that's half gone. And at least for me, and every few weeks, I'll notice maybe I'm being a little bit lazy. Because who doesn't like to be lazy? Like, it would be, I know
it's never been in my world. I never understood. I could look at somebody's body type and know, I could see a fat person,
right,
and know if that's a fat guy that eats, or that's a fat guy who sits on this. I could tell just by looking at it.
So okay. So if you had $20 million, let's just say, you wouldn't just sit at home all day, watch TV, and go do comedy at night?
Not even close. Totally against who I am. I don't even know that world. I wouldn't try to kill myself to make more money, but I'm still out of the house at 9:01.
Doing what?
Whatever it takes to keep me alive. When Mercy's 10, if I'm still alive and the mother's still alive, Mercy will get an allowance, but she's going to have to do something every week for that allowance.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
There's no filing paperwork, sending out T-shirts. Find a job. This is your 50 a week, or your 20, or your 30, but this is what you need to do. My mom did it with me. I had to clean tampon boxes. You ever go in a ladies' bathroom and they got those boxes next to the toilet? And I had to stick my hand there. And gloves? There was no gloves. There's no gloves. I had to clean toilets. No gloves. Clean the urinals and put ice in them. And then I had to sweep the front, sweep the pool where the pool table was. I had to pull all the chairs out, sweep that, mop that, even after she did it.
Yeah.
She was proving a point. I had to fill the beers with ice and stock the ice in. On paper, takes an hour. All that I just described to you, if you do it. And one day when I was 8, I figured it out. It could take me 3 hours, or it could take me 50 minutes.
Right, yeah.
So I started doing it in 50 minutes, and I learned that. So I used to come in here at 9:30, and I'd be talking, thinking how bad my life was, my friends are playing, but my friends didn't have $20 in their pocket.
Oh, you didn't like it? I love doing that.
I didn't like it until I realized my friends were broke. They weren't accomplishing nothing.
Right.
And I was picking up a 20. So in the summers, I picked up a yardstick every week at the age of 8 or 9. Plus people come in, throw me a 10, who wouldn't hit the number, who would say, get this out of my car, and throw me a $5 bill. You're always on point.
Right.
And that's, I've come in here on a Monday and said stuff to you about your weekend, like how you could sit there and watch 9 episodes on a Friday. And I get your point, but on the other point, that's when you're going to look at your girl and go, we're doing 1 episode, then we're going to go out. Where are we going? We're going to go exercise and eat. Then we'll come back at 12. You'll suck my... We'll watch another episode. Then at 3, we'll go somewhere else.
Bro.
Like we always do about this time.
Yeah.
My wife understood it because she worked at the comedy store, and she's seen these guys coming in 7 nights a week. And she saw the work ethic. My work ethic when I came to town was you get a TV show at any level of it, and you stop doing comedy at the comedy store. And then I met a guy by the name of Joe Rogan that I won't give out his salary on news radio. He was making a lot of money. And I don't know if you know much about the TV show, okay? Mondays you go for wardrobe. Tuesday you go back, you refit into wardrobe for the director. You have a table read. Then Wednesday you do a run-through. Then Wednesday night you do another run-through. 10 run-throughs a day with a director for notes. Then Thursday you do the run-through for the director and the producers. Then Thursday after you do a run-through for the network. Then Friday you come in again, read it again. Then you do a run-through, another run-through, another run-through. Then at 6 o'clock you tape in front of a live audience. And that could take 2 hours for a half-hour show or 4 hours for a half-hour show. Do you know that Joe Rogan at the end of that week would still show up for his $15 spot at the comedy store?
That's crazy.
That's work ethic.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why he is where he is today. And I learned that in 1999, 98. When I looked at him do that, I go, I get it now. This is an endless battle. There's never really a day off. If you're an independent contractor, if you work for somebody and that's what you accepted in your life, I'm paying you $12 an hour. You're going to come in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Then whatever you want to do on Saturday and Sunday is your prerogative.
Right.
But even then, if you're under 30, I can't see you on a couch on Thursday and Friday. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now you're taking care of your dream. Well, my dream is to shoot arrows, be a jiu-jitsu guy, or to play the harmonica.
But that's the hard part about the 8 to 5 is by, like, for me, when I got to Thursday and Friday, I was like, I want to go out. Yeah,
Wiped. You're wiped. You go out one night, you throw your whole week off. When you're 20, you don't. When you're 20, you snort blow, you foam in the mouth, and you're still at work the next day at 8 in the morning. At least I know I was. You have a job to do, and that's all you need to think about. Yeah. Always remember that. Always remember that. You have a job to do. You think I worry about Terry when I come here at 3 a.m.? I don't. I have a job to do. I don't have time to worry about somebody's emotions. This isn't a popularity contest. This is life. And if they come to you and they say, that hurts my feelings, then sit them down and go, this is what this is. You like when I come back and bring the burritos at 11. Who do you think pays for it? You think that just comes out of the This is what you need. You need the Gitas to make it happen. Without no Gitas, there's no love. It's two idiots sitting there, and one day she sees you for what you are, and now you're dumped. You quit your job. You stop doing your accounts. You play. No, you always take care of your paper. If they don't like it, then you got to find a new woman.
Yeah.
I never. Let me tell you what happened last weekend. So last weekend I got 2 calls. A great jiu-jitsu guy was doing a seminar in Sherman Oaks. I love this guy. And then I got a call from my friend Eric Medina at BJJ Hotel, and he goes, we have a seminar at 2 o'clock. Now, I knew this Saturday I was going to be gone for 2 weeks. When I leave tomorrow, my wife has that little living human kettlebell for 3 days. It's a big day. Friday's a big day for her. My wife goes to yoga for an hour. Juana watches her. But after that, Saturday all day, you're with Mercy. That's carrying her, picking her up, tantrums. She wants to throw the ball. She wants macaroni and cheese. And then Sunday I come in, and I have her for an hour, and then I take a nap. I'm tired from the night before. So I have to compromise. So the first thing I did last week, I was going, you going to yoga Saturday? She's like, don't you want to go to jiu-jitsu? I heard you on the phone. No. I want you to go to yoga. I'll do kettlebell Saturday afternoon. I wanted to go to that thing. But my wife, you follow me? There's always a compromise. There's always a compromise. Last Monday, I did not go to 10 o'clock jiu-jitsu. And I blew off the doctor. But I took Mercy to the park. And then I took her to McDonald's. And we had a great time. So those 3 hours, and when my wife called me at 12:10, and she goes, where are you guys? I said, at the park. You know what my wife said? She goes, really? She was so happy because Mondays, but it was going to be a short week. So I got to do things I don't usually do. My long weeks and my short weeks are different. My short weeks are about my family, to be honest with you. This morning we took my wife cried when we dropped her off today.
Why?
Because we walked in with her. She got out of her little sled. I take the lunch from my wife, and me and Mercy walked the lunch in. I opened up the refrigerator. I put the lunch in, and right there I picked Mercy up. And I always say, I love you in Spanish, and I'll see you at 5 o'clock, all right? And she hugs me, and she goes down, and then she walks out and says bye to the mom. And then Terry has to chase after her and take the binky from her and give her a hug and a kiss. Well, today I dropped her. She ran right to the mom, put the binky in the mom's head and said, Mom, see you later. Right?
Really?
Hilarious. And then, this is where it gets ugly. The teacher goes, okay, my class, line up. Mercy stopped what she was doing and ran. And when my wife went to look, Mercy was standing online. And my wife looked at me and she goes, you know what? Mercy's a good little girl. Look at her online already waiting. And she cried. Seriously, man. It was, my wife isn't, so yeah, you want to raise, the other day I was home, Monday. Do you know why I took Mercy to the park?
What?
Because it was 9:30. And I go, we got to get out. Because my goal, and like I told my wife goes, you brought everything. You did great. Except the diaper. Why did you? I go, because my goal was to get her out of the house. How can I not practice what I preach? I want her to have the same thing. I want her to see it. And in the mornings, we got to go. Something's out there we got to do. If you got the syringe, take a chance. No, but you want another star?
No.
Why not? What's the problem? Let's go more. Huh?
No.
It's Wednesday night. It's a Jewish holiday.
Good.
It's a podcast. What's with this gloom and doom today? Get it together. Lamar Odom is in a hotel room. He got bad pussy.
A hotel room?
He's
his house?
Foaming from the mouth. The church or what's happening now, you bad. Call me. What's the story there?
Did you go to school dances to this? Or I can't even imagine you going to a school dance, but...
No. When I was a senior, January was when, we would always go out in Jersey to different places. But when I was a senior, that January was when we first started drifting over into the city after the bars were closed.
Jesus.
So 3 a.m., the New Jersey bars were closed, and we would drift into the city. And in those days, it was like, Studio 54 was the Mecca. Trust me, I was not going to Studio 54. I wouldn't even, they wouldn't even let a guy like me stand online in Studio 54.
Oh, wow.
So we would go to the lower end ones, the whatever club where it was like $12 all you could drink. We went to the church a couple times, which never impressed me, that Limelight.
So did you, because you've talked about before how they used to have paper licenses, did you even use those, or was it just they let you in, or like, cause that...
Yeah, no, they would proof you. They would,
okay.
Listen, man, as in those days, as long as they were covered, now they scrutinize you. They'll take the ID from you and call 911 and call the cops. You're getting $12.50 an hour. Give the kid the ID. What, you didn't try to sneak into a club? But these dudes take their jobs too seriously.
Yeah.
And for $10 an hour, you're gonna scrutinize some kid. Just give the kid the ID and go, listen, kid, don't come back down here. But now they pull people out of lines and call 911. Is it really worth the aggravation? 30 years ago, as long as they were covered. Hey, man, he showed me an ID. Let me see the ID you showed him. This ain't you. Okay, what am I, Houdini? I couldn't go back to just going to bars anymore. Like once I saw that type of... And I wasn't a big New York City nightlife guy.
I was going to say, you don't seem like a club guy.
No. The only way you could drag me to those things is if we're doing coke and you had Quaaludes and I cut into an 8-ball with you guys and 4 of us were going into the city. If 3 people are going to leave with the 8-ball you chipped in, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I had a miserable time. Was it my type of lifestyle? No, I couldn't go out every night. It's funny because on the way here, I drove my wife's car tonight and I was listening to Studio 54 on Sirius.
Okay.
And it was a couple that they were interviewing, and they were talking about raising 2 children. He was a dentist and she was something, and they raised 2 children, and they went to Studio 54 4 nights a week, and they would tuck the kid in. The mother would come over and stay on the couch, and they would be home in time to make breakfast for the kids at 6 in the morning. Then he would take a nap and go to his dental office. He would make all the appointments for lunchtime. And he was talking about like hanging out with Truman Capote and Liza Minnelli, and And I did go to Studio 54 one time, but in 1983.
And it was already done?
That was done. I went there with like a friend of mine that knew somebody. And
well, what do you think as like a relatively new parent when you hear someone's going to Studio 54 every night?
As what? As me to judge somebody?
Well, I don't like what when you're hearing that. Like, are you saying that's awesome? They shouldn't do that. Like, it just seems like it's kind of like it's crazy.
Listen, man, if you're dropping your kid off to daycare your child while you go out and jump up and down and snort blow, but I can't judge you. But on the other hand, if my mom comes over and stays with the kids, and I got everything covered. So last night I remembered, and I put the Chinese Connection on, which they call Fist of Fury. It got released as Fist of Fury, but we changed it to the Chinese Connection.
And it's all the same?
It's all the same.
Okay.
So that's my all-time favorite. That's when his teacher dies, and he avenges his teacher. That's the one I put on Rogan. That's
right.
My all-time favorite Bruce Lee movies.
I was getting into the song. Nothing. You saved jiu-jitsu for me today. I just hope you know that.
You saved jiu-jitsu for me? Why?
Because I know we talked about it a podcast or 2 ago, but there's nothing I've wanted to do more since I started kettlebells than to quit jiu-jitsu. And I understand. I know why people like it, and I can see that it's great, but I'm terrible, and I go to get beat up, and I had a hard time. So and once we started kettlebells, I was just loving that. So I was like, I'm gonna quit jiu-jitsu
because nobody's beating you up. No
one. Well, you beat me up, but so we went. I wasn't even gonna go today. I was gonna go later, and then you said you had an early one, and like I got it today. Like I still don't love it, but How much
did you sweat?
A ton.
Was your t-shirt wet? Was your gi wet?
Everything.
You were there for an hour, and you were on the floor for 30 minutes.
But we were there for like kettlebells.
And then we did 5 or 6 sets of kettlebells. You did the best workout you've done in a year because you mixed cardio and you mixed a little strength training, and you mixed good cardio.
Well, I mean, it was a hard workout, but that's not why. I mean, I've had harder workouts at other jiu-jitsu classes. It's amazing how much, and this goes for everything, how much the person teaching you or the person you're listening to affects something. It's kind of like how, like, with like religion, how like there's crazy preachers and there's normal preachers, and then good podcast hosts and bad podcast hosts. I've had good teachers with jiu-jitsu, but I like, it's why I click with Yogi Steve. I dug what John was saying, and it was a small. I don't do well when there's a lot of people. Like I'm terrible. I need a little bit more focused attention, and it was great. Like, and it was something that I think I could do from now on. Like Neon, because that's what I was told. Since I have such short arms, like T-Rex arms, that I'm going to be better on top. So Neon Belly I was like, what is this? Like it's something I can actually kind of do, and I don't have to wrap my arms around somebody.
Everybody jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
There's people that do it with no legs.
Yeah.
Because it's a great exercise. I was scared the first year. I used to go once a week. I used to put my gi on and not go.
Really? I've wanted to do that, but I've always
put my
gone.
gi on, get in the car, drive, and go around the corner and go home and tell my wife some story how it started already, and I felt embarrassed going in. And then you know how bad I'd feel about myself? You know how bad I felt about not going?
Why?
And I go in there and see 16 people in there because I felt worse not going than what I felt going. Like the embarrassment of not being able to breathe and not doing the hip escapes that everybody else is doing. That's a form of embarrassment. Bartended, I laid brick, I built scaffolds. I quit when we got to the 3rd floor because I was scared of heights. I've done it all. I've quit more jobs than you can imagine. I was your typical loser that was going to end up at Subway sandwich when I was 50. You know, I always was looking for that answer. There's no answer. The answer is you work hard, you get to know something, and then you could take your chances, because no matter what, you know something. If tomorrow Mercy was 10 and I bring Mercy in here with this computer and do the podcasting and fix the microphones, when she's 18, she's going to be Cassius Morris.
Yeah.
She's going to know everything about this without even knowing.
But see, that's also the point. So Cassius Morris has been doing this for 6 years, whatever, 10 years. When he gets here, he's going to have to start at the bottom. And that's what I think is tough about
college. Not really.
Kind of, though, at least.
Not really. That 8 years did something. That 8 years put Cassius Morris in the middle level. Listen, if I would have came here when I first started comedy, or when I came here at the 6-year mark, with 6 years to come to LA for a guy like me, that was very too soon. Because I was far from being ready to move to LA as a comedian.
Wow, really?
But when I came here, because I did the Tribble runs and I hosted at Tribble, and I knew 30% of the people, which made my journey a little easier. I knew Doug Stanhope to get me into the store. I knew James Stevens III. I knew Josh Wolf. I had friends down here. Me doing comedy before edged me into some rooms. You follow me?
Oh, wait, no, he'll definitely go ahead fast, because after a week, people will be like, wait, you're 18 and you're doing this?
Right.
In college, about how great this school is and how great of an education you're getting. So when you leave college, you're like, I don't want to be a mailroom guy. I have all this great, expensive education
well, then
now.
Don't be a mailroom guy, and see how fast you get your head handed to you.
Exactly.
After a
So you
few
still
years.
have to, but it's
what I say
the same
to you
mentality.
Today, that if I would have stayed at VMAG, the podcast stays at 6 a.m., and every Monday, Win plays a show. And every Friday when I'm in town, just do those 2 days, I'm going to go to Marcelo's class, because he does tire throwing. He does all that shit we do in kettlebell class at the end or the beginning of class to get you tired. So when you do jiu-jitsu and you learn jiu-jitsu, you learn how to do it from technique, not strength. So you're not jumping on people. You're not tackling them. You learn how to do everything with finesse. And then it gives you muscle memory. And the next time you're in that position. So that's why he tires you out first, to get your muscles tired. So when you do jiu-jitsu, you learn how to do technique.
I've heard about it.
If I would have stayed in that class right now, I would have been walking around at 2:45.
You think so?
I know so.
Like, what would you say?
Look at you. You're like two girls, and Joe would know. He wouldn't take the bait. Red Band would go, why is he yelling? Is he crazy? We didn't even start this fight. And Joe would go, watch what's going to happen. Boom. And he'd go, I didn't get it. For him to do well, he's got to get a little pissed off at something stupid. Shoes, somebody's haircut. You know, like in the back of my mind, I say that it's bringing me bad luck. Like, why are you wearing that shirt, dog? You give me bad luck before. And you're like sitting there like feeling bad. I don't want anybody to feel bad if I torture you before I go on stage. It's just something I do to get me fired up. Like, you had to wear those shoes tonight. You had to wear those shoes today. You know, even, like if you came to a show with Paul after you made those things.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
What those classes?
The crepes.
Crepes, I'd destroy you. Like, you came here with crepes.
You did, then you ate them.
But then I ate them. That's right. After I got on stage, you brought me the cheese one. I have to get a little fired up about something.
Do you have like any other specific people? Like,
sometimes it's just the color of the wall in the room. I'll just start yelling if I'm alone in a room.
Oh no, I didn't. But I meant like, is there like someone who's always at the store who just you would always go after, or just like beat up for like Bob? How you used to mess with Bobby Slayton?
Could be anybody. It could be somebody wearing slippers, and they'll look at me like, "What are you saying to me? Why are you saying these things to me?" Because I'm just getting fired up to go on stage. If not, that's when I get anxiety.
Oh, if you don't get fired up?
If I don't get fired up, the anxiety wins. That's where the anxiety comes from. I end up winning. The anger ends up beating the anxiety eventually. The anxiety just drills me to get angry.
Is that what you feel on stage? Angry?
Not angry, but I'm venting. I'm letting this anxiety out of my body. There's a brain fart that happens before I go on stage. It's the week's event sitting in the back brewing. And plus the anger I had growing up. So every week I let a little more out. You know what I'm saying? Like every week a little bit more comes out.
So
I'm giggling on stage.
I know
inside.
you're telling jokes, so you're trying to be funny.
Yes.
But are you happy? Or is it like you're yelling at like your wife, but she's not even there?
I'm happy, but I have to go to a certain place to make that joke work. Hey, when Joey tortures you about watching TV, what's in his business? What I do? I'm with my girlfriend. I went to the gym 4 times that month. Right there, if you say that on stage, that's what they want to hear.
Have you been bugging this office?
No, I just know. So do you understand? They don't want to hear, I really hate peas and my pork fried rice, because you don't. It's something that bothers you. I'm talking about when you think about it, you get angry. What is it, Lee? And the reason, the thing that makes it the funniest is that we all have something that bothers us that, come on, get over yourself. It should not bother us. It has nothing to do with our lives. But at one time in our life, we let it go into that special dark place, and now every time we think, and it could be somebody cutting you off. Lee's been in the car with me. I don't care what you do in the car. Just do me a favor. Have common sense. We're not even talking about being smart here. I don't care what your IQ is. Having an IQ and common sense, 2 different worlds. Common sense is, people are going to go around me. Why am I double parked in the left lane? What kind of human being am I? Let me pull over. So, little things. How many months is she pregnant? 6 months. Would you please tell her to call me? I want to get on the podcast before she busts a nut, please. This is the 3rd time I got to tell you, please. I don't want to disrespect you. All right, thank you, sir. And call me when you get back from Honolulu. All right, be good. Be safe down there. All right, bye.
I think we should leave that in so people can hear what you're like on the phone.
You can leave it in. I want people to know what I'm like on the phone. I called him 2 days ago. He calls me back now, but he's in Honolulu. It's a 10-hour flight. And boom, Dave Caruso's in that. A bunch of people, Officer and the Gentleman. The chick from Trading Places, but that's how she got Beverly Hills Cop. That's how she got it. This was with this movie. If you watch Officer and the Gentleman, put it on with your girlfriend. Even with a crew cut, he's still slinging.
I don't know what I'm hearing.
Right. Let me break it down for you. Now, at the time, Lee, let's face it. I'm using credit cards to eat under $50. What does that tell you? That means I would eat the scab off your elbow and rub it on my steak. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he plays. He plays a guy that gets a guy to buy shoes for him and belt buckles, and he sells it to people, and he makes 10% off the top, and he's just a hustler. He knows how to steal. He knows how to work the system to his advantage. And I'm looking at this movie, and I'm like, okay, I'm not Richard Gere, but this is who I am, just some guy. And he joins this thing to hide. All I was doing when I got to L.A., I was buying time, but I didn't even know this back then, guys. And then he ends up staying, and they win the war, and he's a hero. He leaves with Deborah Winger. But it doesn't matter. It's tremendous.
Someone got mad at me because we gave a season 6 spoiler of The Sopranos. And the thing is, I get mad too, but Joey, you're the worst spoiler in the whole world. But this show's been out for years. Like, it'd be crazy if I got mad at you.
Listen, you momos. All right, Officer and the Gentleman is 30 years old. Have you ever seen it? You got no taste in movies. I'm over here crying like a momo, and you're over here trying to tell me I'm wrong. Spoilers.
You're gonna get some.
Gave out season 6 of The Sopranos. The show's been off the air for 8 years. If you haven't seen that show, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you. Go over there. Hold on 1 second. I gotta take this real quick. Excuse me. I knew this was gonna happen. What's up, doctor? That's my doctor. I got no chlamydia. Finally went away after 18 years.
Really? Congratulations.
I'm lying to you, fuck. I'm lying to you. He's the type of guy that had to walk with the other kids to remember where the school was every day. Like his father had to put like a porch in front of the house. So he could get back home. When I worked at Swift Electric, I moved back from Colorado in February of '84. And like a week later, I went to my friend Kurt DiLorenzo's mother. She worked in the union. And I said, "Yeah, oh please, you got to put a torch." And the kid walks around. The kid walks around with a whistle. The father's got pigeons. They send them out there to find the kids. The kids out there like a half a reed flapping.
That's nice.
And guess who knew how to wire those things?
Uncle Joey.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the mood to crack my fingers today. You ever in that mood? Some Cubans do this. Azúcar! But I'm in the mood to snap my fingers. Let's get the fuck out of here. I gotta take 2 steps to the rear and get out of here. Oh shit, what happened? All right, here we go. Let's give this a shot. This is gonna be death on 2 legs. All right, for you people who know, if you don't know, now you know. Next time I go out, take a picture and send it to you guys. Always a little shroom tech before I get on the mat, so I lift weights.
I still can't believe no one said, like, "Hey man, what happened here?"
In those days, whatever you did, nobody knew nothing. You could be married to a goat as long as you paid your taxes and were nice. Leave him alone. Who cares? Whatever. 10% off goes to you. Go to the box and press in.
Church.
Boom. CHURCH. And get 10% off your first order of honor. Try that shroom. Let's say you fly. Let's say you hang out with fuck people. You smoke crack. Get the shroom tech. Get the shroom tech immune. Let's say you're a female, you suck 10 a week, you don't want to get sick. There you are coughing. You know, it's tough to make a living when you're coughing. Try Shroom Tech Immune. There you go. Go on it and press in.
Church.
CHURCH and get 10% off.
Maybe go to rehab with the on it.
You what? What is wrong with you?
Get the on it and then go to rehab.
Listen,
Second 10 dicks a week.
why you gotta mention people? Rehab. People going to AA meetings.
What?
I got 10. I got problems, Syatt. Listen, we all know how sexy confidence can be. That wouldn't feel as good. You could see it on my face. Just something wrong with Joey. He's either constipated, he's having a bad day. But now, you know why I'm comfortable? Because I got me undies on. Jiu-jitsu today, I had my undies on. All that type of activity, confident. I still wear my tighty whities from time. I got a nice suit on or something. You got to wear the tighty whities. I got to go old school to drop it on these youngsters. But when I'm doing activity, when I'm climbing, jumping, you know me, I parachute. Speaking of parachuting, all right, any other call-in topics you want to do? Watch the beginning of this. It's tremendous.
Oh no, don't do it.
That's how you do it. I hope you're with me. Monday morning, September 28th, October's coming. Edibles, acido, and I'm still ticking. Monday night edition. What happened, Syatt?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea what's about to happen.
Nothing's going to happen. You're just going to sit there. Great to be back. I'm sorry about missing last Wednesday. I was on my way to New York City, so we just ran out of time. So we figured we'd catch up with you, start your day off on the right foot. Old school, you know what I'm saying? Just me and the Flying Jew. New York City was... I made the best of it. For me, when I go home, I got to tell you, It's seeing a certain handful of friends. Carmine, I didn't see Mr. Barone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't have a car to go down by Carmine, so tomorrow I'm going to get an earload.
He's you to me.
I saw the freeholder Veneri. We went out to dinner at Rudy's. I saw James.
Yeah, let me zoom in on this because this is great.
This is just amazing. Listen, man, but guys, for the 90%, what we have going on Twitter and Facebook amongst ourselves, I'm telling you, I want to cry sometimes. This picture right here by LevPolyakov.com. This is one of the greatest, and he drew Fidel perfectly and super bad. Dimmy.
He must have looked at old videos or
yes,
something.
so I got to respect this guy. It's Lee killing the devil. We're going to put this in a poster with his permission. We're going to get a hold of him. If he's listening, I want him to contact us. This is just mind-boggling. Some other guy, great guy, and his sexy, beautiful girlfriend came to the shows. They gave me an album. They gave me Blizzard of Oz, the first album.
What about the Blizzard twins? Or no, the Wizard, the Dragon twins.
The Dragon twins
that was
were
hysterical.
there. The Dragon brothers. They came with a boat, a kung fu looking mother, ready to tackle people. Like I said, man, I'm here tonight because I just couldn't wait till Monday with a guest. We love you with all our hearts, and this is not about monetary.
It's not, and that's.
This is about. I'm with my family. I was just laying on the floor with Mercy, watching Humpty Dumpty on Halloween, and I learned. Listen, man, I wouldn't want a life where I didn't learn things about life, but most importantly, I can't imagine not learning things about myself every week. I like looking back on Sunday and going, wow, that was a great week. What did I learn about myself this week, And this week for me, I learned that, and that's why I don't harp on it, man. God makes his choices. Karma makes their choices. But you have one thing at the end of the day. And this is, I've always judged myself by this, and this is your friends, the people that are around you. Let's say you go to 4 of your good friends. 2 of them are going to tell you you're a loser, and 2 of them are going to support you. 2 of them aren't going to say you're a loser. I don't want you to put it like that, but 2 of them are just going to raise the other possibilities. You have a family. What are you going to do if you fail? And then you have 2 friends. Let's say out of those 2 friends, you have one friend who's a mess. The least person in your life drove you to gigs. What if that guy gave you a book once on stand-up comedy? What if that was Filato's cousin? In 1993, when I went back to New York and I didn't know what I was doing with my life, at 32 years old, guys, I had been on stage a couple times. I was like that girl that fat-shamed. I was telling people I was a comic. I told him my dream, and for some reason, he would push me every day. You go to the city tonight and do comedy? Let's go. I'll give you a ride. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I'm in a bunch.
Yeah.
Why do you think I push you with the jiu-jitsu? Where do you think I got that from? From him.
Yeah.
Because I get it. I get when sometimes you need that person to say, come on. And now you're in a spot.
Like when I'm like dreading jiu-jitsu, if I don't have like if someone's offering you a ride, it's like you can't even say, "Oh, I ran out of gas. My car broke down." Like that. Okay, let me ask you this: when you first started comedy, did you enjoy it?
Yes and no. 85.
So this is hitting me, man.
Good. One day in 1985, in 1985, I bumped into George. And he tells me that he's doing this and this. I got arrested that day. I called George up. He bails me out. He brings me to his house. That was the beginning of my life. That was the first time I didn't get in trouble for 3 months. What if Netflix gets into the podcast business and they want to hire you for chief operations of network control because you know about podcasts?
Oh no, exactly. And
this is leading to something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. And
that used to
I don't know what it is.
That used to terrify me.
But listen, the worst thing a man could do is think.
Yeah.
Okay? The worst thing, this was something that was told to me by a wise man when I was 19 years old. The only thing a man is expected to do is get up every morning and do the best he can and move a little closer to reaching his utopia. But you don't know where this is going to end up, Lee. You're going to be, when I'm dead and buried, one day you're going to look out a window, spark up a cigar or a joint, and you're going to go, look at what I'm doing today. And it all started in a room, sitting across from some fat ex-felon, because you're on the ground floor of something huge. This is communications. And this is something that's needed daily. Entertainment and communication.
Yeah, and And it's great for me. But I've been talking with so many people now. Like there's one, and I'm gonna respond to his email tomorrow. He's not sure if he should go to college for podcasting, and it's.
Would you go to college for podcasting?
I don't know what to tell him.
No, this is the college.
Yeah.
This is the college.
And
What's the who's going to teach a podcasting class? Let me ask you. I would only take 10 people's podcasting classes right now if they taught them. Nothing else. At a college degree level, 10 people's podcasting classes. Adam Carolla. I wouldn't take my podcast class, but there are podcasts out there that are successful. Do you think they went to college? This is what the problem
is. You could go for like sound engineering.
This is how you learn sound engineering, by people hitting your emails and going, Joey, I can't hear you. Talk to Lee. Because they teach you that theory, but they're not going to teach you what we learned in 5 years, which is still what they're going to need to do.
Right.
The only way to get this is technicality. The only way to learn this, the only way to learn anything in life is to do it. If you want to do it while you're getting the little theory, but Lee, again, who's teaching this podcast class?
Right.
Who? Let me see who. Who? Because you didn't do this day in and day out. You weren't with us at 6 a.m. in an apartment smoking and yelling. You weren't there. So this is what I'm saying.
From the minute I can remember, even as kids, you're asked like, what do you want to be when you grow up and all that.
And so, how much will you write? It is the worst decision we make in our lives, because we do 50% of it for our parents.
More than that.
I'm just going with 50, Lee. I'm just going with 50.
Yeah.
People go to college, 50% for the parents, 30% or 20% of what surrounds them. Like, I want to be an underwater biologist. You're not in high school no more. Mommy's not flipping your burgers and making your laundry. This all kicks into your day. So that underwater biology becomes sociology 101. You know what I'm saying? Psychology 3. Come on.
No.
Come on. They want you to make a life decision at 18 years old to what you want to do. Does a child...
It's not like, okay,
at 18... I was a child at 18. Yeah, I thought I was in the mafia, and I thought I could do this and that. But I had the mind of a child. If you want to help you lose weight, I can help you. What's the matter, Lee?
What?
You're sitting there blinking.
This is hitting me.
I don't see no devils and no stars yet. You going to put some music on, or you going to sit there? Oh my God, we got a live one tonight. I gotta get up and I'll tell you if I'm high. Hold on. Leave it up, will you?
Somebody twice as smart as I
won't stop watering.
You what?
I won't stop watering.
I know. What's wrong with your eyeballs? You think you got that thing on your left eye again? You got that
No,
fungus in your eye again? Yes, you do.
It's fine.
Go look in the mirror. It's
I know
up
it's
again.
fine. No, it's not. God damn it.
What?
This is fun.
Yeah, it's fun. What? I've been telling you for years. There's nothing wrong with a good head of acid. You know what I'm saying? Go home. What are you looking up for? Next thing you're gonna go to Philly and have the Pope touch you in the head. They could heal you. Did you watch any of the Pope stuff?
It was on at the gym, and I'm Jewish, man. I understand that it's a big deal for some people. I don't understand waiting in line for 12 hours, but
who waited in line for 12 hours?
They were saying people in Philly. That's what CNN was saying. People were there from like 6:30 to 6:30.
Well, people came from all over the world, I suppose, or all the other states. I read about a family who came in a Volkswagen bus.
I know he's not God, but he's like the level down from God. Isn't that supposedly like? I don't know.
He's just a grand high poop.
He seems cool. People seem to like him.
Well, he's hip. That's what they say. He's hip or whatever.
As an old school Catholic, how do you feel?
I don't. I can't lie to you. For me, religion is something that you do on your own.
It should be.
It should be. I like it on my own. I'll go to church. I could put a couple dollars in the basket. I would go to New York 42nd Street at 8 in the morning when I was a kid. Things are happening. I popped like 2 stars.
Get the blood going.
From there, let me get the blood going. I popped 2 more stars. I leave the house with a total of 3 stars. I had already popped 5. Wait. My brother picked me up at 10. I popped 2 stars, and then in the car I popped 2 more stars. Now I'm 10 minutes away from going up on stage for the first show in New York City Friday night. I go in my pocket, the phone's ringing. I go, what's this lump in my pocket? And it's a piece of paper with a star that's starting to melt. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to let a good THC star melt. It's New York City. When you go on stage in New York City, you got to go up there. I went out there Friday like a devil. 12, 14, 16 minutes in, Lee, I feel like I am about to pass out. I get nauseated. My stomach just drops to a certain level of nausea. I can feel the temperature in my body changing, but the heat rising in my head. Oh my God, sweat's coming from parts of my body that haven't had sweat on it in years at that night, part of the night. It's just like weird. Like I'm doing jiu-jitsu sweating on stage all of a sudden. I'm looking to my left, and all of a sudden my vision goes,
Oh, no.
in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm about to pass out. And they knew it. The audience knew.
So were you still talking?
Still talking, but kind of incoherently. And all of a sudden, I just went into a bit or something, and it saved me. And I felt myself work, and I kept breathing. I kept saying, Joe,
God.
just breathe. And I kept going through it. And then after about 6 minutes, I told the audience what had happened, and they caught it. They started laughing. They saw the sweat on my body. You like smoking wax? You want to see the devil? Go to naileditlife.com right now and look at the great selection of vapor pens they got. And also, a lot of people complain about the bottles. And when I put the nasal spray in my nose, do me a favor. Go listen to somebody else. I come up here on a Sunday night away from my family. Oh, well, can you please use a different form of container? You're making too much garbage. How about when they come in your mouth? What do you do with that? Please, if a little water bottle insults you, maybe you're hanging out with the wrong people. Maybe go to Starbucks and get your little hat with the umbrella. How you feeling, Lee Syatt? See?
I'm feeling pretty great.
Society makes a big
I don't
deal
stop smiling. We're just
about
feeling
nothing,
weird.
Lee. Lee, this is what I've been trying to talk to you for 20 years. Don't be scared of nothing in your life. I really have nothing crack-a-lacking tonight. I'm going to have to go find the setup here somewhere, and that's it. You know, you might as well get the blood going. I'm all tuned up. I went to jiu-jitsu. I got beat up.
How'd that go?
Terrible. You know me. I'm terrible. But I go. I got punched in the head today by mistake.
Got punched in the head?
Sure.
How?
But the guy went to do a move, and he clocked me. What are you going to do?
Okay.
He's a good dude. Sure.
I thought it had hash in it again.
No, I got everything else in there. I had some Chinese opium. I got everything.
No, I'm doing really good, man. It's been really fun. We're working on the special, so like that's why when I first contacted you, I grew up in Boston. I went to a few comedy shows, but most of my interaction with it is watching specials. So now going through, because we've done 2 CDs, and that's fun. Do you think it would change the way you do comedy? Because
I'd elevate it to a different level if I listened to my sets every night. If I remembered to tape them, go home, listen to them, listen to how I said that thing.
But you change the way you do your set every night.
Because I'm a moron, because I don't listen to the one that works. If I go home and listen to a set, and even though everything else sucks, I try a new joke and I say it a certain way, I'll say it like that every night if I remember how to say it, if I listen to how I say it.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Listen, if Johnny Depp don't want to look at himself and he looks that good, you know what I'm saying? Like if he doesn't want to look at himself, how do you think I feel? Johnny Depp is beautiful. When you look at yourself on the screen, you know how it says it adds 10 pounds?
Yeah.
In my mind, it adds 50 pounds.
Oh, I know. I used to hate looking at pictures of me.
It adds 100 pounds. And then you hate your voice. And you hate your hair. And you hate your mouth. And you hate, it's just this thing that it probably is all part of an insecurity. That's, it's something that you've always had, whatever, you just hate. And my voice, I can't hear it.
Really?
When I hear it, I just run out of the room.
You have a cool voice, though.
You know what? You look at them, you look at you. So why are you going to hit on them for and waste your time? If you treat that girl opposite of what everybody else treats that girl like, you're going to have a good friend. You're going to have a really good friend out of a woman. Do you understand me? And someday, that girl, I'm putting that girl on. I'll tell you why I'm putting that girl on. Because someday that girl's going to be on ABC. And there's going to be a part for her grandpa. And she's going to call me. Because I believe in that young girl. I put them on because they do something that they prove to me in a way that this is what they wanted. And I'm sure I cried for a few years myself. But then I realized that there's no use in crying. You know what you do? You go home, you have a roast beef sandwich, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, and you hit that pavement like you've never hit it before. Whatever you decide. I don't care if you're a plumber, mason, a waiter. You want to make $300 a night as a waiter, what do, Lee? You shine your shoes. You cut your toenails. You take your tie. You put it all the way up to the top. You don't be creepy. You fix your eyeball. You whiten your teeth. You shave nicely so your nose hairs don't fall on the food. And you're a waiter. You ever see the difference between a $300 waiter and a $50 a night waiter.
Yeah.
Big
Oh,
difference.
my God.
And the 300, there's some way. I took my wife to lunch after one of the kettlebell classes. I took her to lunch at that place. I wanted to get the chopped salad, so we went to the Smooch Special.
Okay.
At Artie Morton's. They have the Mooch Special for lunch at $21.99. I took her in there. The girl was amazing. And she was a comic.
Oh, wow.
Like a green comic. Like she had just moved out from Philly, and I invited her to the store. She was such a great waitress because I didn't ask her for anything one time. And she treated my wife with the utmost respect. Like she took care of my wife more than she took care of me. And that means the world. Just give him the menu back. When he comes and goes, what are we drinking? We know what we're drinking? You ready? Right, Lee? I never let that waiter come back twice. There's no reason to. When he comes to the table the first time and says, hi, sparkling water? No, listen, grab the pad. Let's launch this in order. Let's get this party started. I just smoked 18 joints. You want to give me water? What am I, Moses? Break out the chopped salad, the shrimp cocktail, whatever it is you got, break it out. They want to come over and offer me water. Get the sodas, get the milkshakes, get the bread, get the whole army out of here.
And this isn't an exaggeration. This is how he talks to waiters.
No, let's do this. Listen, we're not playing games here today. I'm going to tip you. I'm going to hit you with cash and put them on the card. Don't stare at me. This is quick. This is what we're doing. Boom, 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 boom. My wife is one of those people. I haven't decided. Either you want it or you don't. I'm going to sit there and go ping pong. Are you ready yet? No, I've been ready since I walked in the door. I would have gave you the order at the host table. That's me. I already know when I'm coming in here to eat. You think I'm going to sit there and pick my teeth and look around? Oh, the ambiance. On the lake.
I love when we go to a place that we've been to before and they just know your order already. Like that, the Starbucks dude knows you.
Oh, at night.
Oh,
my
yeah.
dog. That's my dog.
And it's funny. Because they don't get talked, they don't get spoken to like that a lot, especially here. People are probably like dismissive of them, and
nobody talks to nobody no more, and they go into shock. I go eat somewhere. I want to talk to the busboy. I want to talk to the waiter. I want to talk to the cook.
Calls everybody primo.
Primo. And Jack, out of respect, we're going to shake hands and exchange names. And I talk to those busboys that are Spanish because nobody ever talks to them. Okay? If there's a shootout at any restaurant I'm in, those busboys are going to come over and grab me like, what's that show we've been watching?
Like El Chapo? Like Narco?
Like El Chapo, Narco. Yeah, they're going to hit me with the table and pull it over me. Why? Because I talk to them with respect. I don't talk to them like they're a dishwasher. I went to the NoHo Thursday. I was flying out Saturday morning, and my wife was sleeping. I flew out like at 6. And I went to NoHo and had breakfast. I had a whole conversation with the Mexican things. I was cracking dirty jokes. They were loving it.
Yeah.
But look at my table. My table always got bread on it, always got extra butter. The glasses are filled because I give them the respect they deserve. Even if they're making $4 an hour, they're the backbone of that restaurant, Anywhere I go. I'm continuous with people. I'm not a flip-flopper. I don't believe in flip-flop. I don't believe these people. Well, we wanted to try new Chinese. No, I've been eating there for 35 years. Your loyalty is important. There's some places that don't care about your loyalty, and you know it. But these mom-and-pop places, when you walk in...
When I worked at Legals, there's this lady who would come and sit at the bar, and every time anything she ordered came up, if you were just running it to her, she'd have a $5 bill for you. When you're in the server, like especially as a server, a bartender, a person like at Starbucks, you're on your feet. You're doing a lot. So when someone's a little bit nice to you, there's so much you can do to give them for free or to try to help them out, and especially if you know you're gonna get tipped or just treated like a person, that's pretty great.
We were there for 10 days. Me, his mom, him, and Big Black Anthony. And we were staying at a hotel, and we dropped an ice cube from the 3rd floor of a hotel. We cracked the dude in the head. They threw us out of the
How old are you?
And I was in the 4th grade. They're going into the 4th grade. And we went to, there's old San Juan, and there's new San Juan.
Did you kill the guy? Or?
They had to call an ambulance. They threw us out of the hotel. He was bleeding everywhere. We had to give him a fake name and get out of there.
You give fake names?
We were talking about when Ralphie was here, when we hit the guy with the M&M and it bounced. Same thing happened with an ice cube. Oh. I remember the cops still saying to us, do you understand what happened? And it was a little higher than the 3rd floor. I'm lying to you guys. It was up there.
It was like the 10th floor.
It was like the 10th or the 7th floor.
It was a brick.
It was 1973. So I was 10. I'll never forget this. Bruce Lee had already died. And me and him went to Puerto Rico like in August. And we were there for 10 days. We saw 14 kung fu movies. We saw 14 movies. 13 of them were kung fu movies. The only white movie we saw was something about Man on the Moon Marigold. It was just on about a
You
month
went to
ago.
Puerto Rico for 10 days and saw 14 movies?
14. That's all. You know, when you're a dumb kid, what do you care about it? We went to the beach in the morning, and in the afternoon, me and him would go to the movies with his sister. But I thought about that, how I was a good bartender, no complaints, nothing like that, no write-ups. I kept everything clean. I was very polite with people. You know, if I knew Lee liked, what do you like, that drink with the Diet Coke? When I saw you walking in, there was a Makers and Coke waiting for you. And if it was 3 or 5, bro, I'll tell you what I would do. This is how old school I am, because my mom did this. My mom used to cook and give away the food for free. You know these Cuban meals we pay $18 for? My mom would ask you at 5 o'clock, hey, we made picadillo, arroz con frijoles. We made picadillo, whatever. You hungry? Whether you came in every day or not. That's my mother. That because they're Cuban. That's what women do when they cook. They offer you. My mom would say, listen, we cooked my mom had the restaurant, but then she closed it down. But on the summers, instead of her going to New York City, she'd just cook for me back there. And, you know, she'd make a huge lunch, camarón enchilado with black beans, and she'd cook up a pig. And you come to the bar, and she'd go, guess what? Somebody gives you a Cuban meal for free, or any meal, meatloaf, or anything that makes you feel like you're at home. You're not going nowhere, and you're always going to come there. So you know what I would do? I would order appetizers. I'd get them for 50% off.
Brilliant idea for bartenders.
I was 21 years old, guys. This was my cocaine. Listen, when you sell coke, I'm not going to get you to go in your pocket by just telling you how good.
If you're a bartender and you don't do that, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot. I get nachos. I get chicken wings. You know what they cost me in those days? Nachos, $4.50, $2. For $8, I got nachos and wings. And if there was 6 guys and there was a game on TV, I'd throw it at them as soon as they came in. Give them who paid for this? No, it's on me. Brother, let me get 2 more orders of wings, and you're the best. And next thing you know, you're ringing up a tab.
Yeah.
And numbers times 10%. And I would get 20, 30% from them because I get the wings for half price.
And they'd be happy to. It's not like you're scamming them.
No,
either.
I would tell them, the chef, the restaurant would say, why did you get 3 orders of wings? Because I was hungry and the bar people were hungry. It's a shame you don't put food out for these people at 5 o'clock. I'm getting out of work at 5 o'clock. I walk into a bar. There better be there's a ham and cheese sandwich on white. When I was a kid, you'd go into Joe and Mary's. Every day, I would go to Joe and Mary's after school. And in the middle of the bar, when I was a junior in high school, when I was 16, 17, I would go to Joe and Mary's because there was a Chicken Delight place next to it, Chick-fil. And our friend John Cowan worked in there. So there was always chicken for you to eat. But the bar, George, the loan shark, the bookie, and Lila would get like a pizza tray.
Okay.
With a little shield on top. Like, you know when you eat at a thing and they pull the shield up?
Right.
But it was see-through. And in that thing would be 50 ham and cheese sandwiches cut into quarters. So when you come in at 5, there's something there for you. Guess what? You take 2 pieces of those sandwich, that guy's going to go, what's on the menu tonight? Spaghetti and meatballs. Let me get 2 orders. You opened up my appetite with those little cheese sandwiches. And yeah, you're going to have your mooches. Because I was one of them. I'd go in there with $4. It was 60 cents a mug. 3 mugs, $1.80. You leave Lila $2 and you eat 10 sandwiches. That's dinner. You know, there's that mentality. But for the normal human being that goes in and there's a sandwich for you at 5 o'clock after you knock off at the post office, how many times listen, if I worked an 8-hour day, when I walked out of this building, I'm going right to the car and I'm sparking a roach that's already rolled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already had a joint and smoked half of it on the way there and kept the half of it.
Right.
Same thing happens when I'm drinking. I want to walk into a bar and have a mug there waiting for me and a ham and cheese sandwich while I watch the news.
It's a great feeling when a bartender remembers what you order. I had that happen once out here at the Boston bar. And I sat down and she just came up. I was like, oh. It's
That's a good bartender. You're
Yeah.
thinking of your people. I'm thinking out of the box. I'm thinking about if they're hungry. If you're a waiter right now and a guy comes into your table and you don't have bread in front of him, listen, when they're at the host stand, I'm already throwing bread in the oven, getting it warm. So they haven't even sat down for 2 minutes, and they got what, brother? What?
I'm high.
Yeah, you're supposed to be high. You ate 3 stars, I ate 4. Why do you think I'm talking about waiting tables and stupidity?
You seem pretty high.
No, I'm having a great time. This has been some great podcasts we have. I love you guys. I love you guys with all my heart. So, when we have these little things, these are good. This will be a little fun for us, and we get to see each other on a Friday night. It's going to be a day, 9/11. Parades. People feel bad. Let's go out and crack some jokes and smoke some reefer. Look like Lee.
Do
What?
they
What?
have
What?
9/11 parades?
Well, you know, memorials on TV, and you got to feel bad. I don't want to feel bad all day. That's what I meant to say.
It'll be fun. I didn't know we were doing that.
Yeah.
Of date Sunday.
And when do you predict to have sex? I mean, give me a date. Let the viewers.
You
when are
can't
we gonna
plan
have
sex.
When are we
You
gonna
can't
have
plan
sex?
it. I don't know. Hopefully soon.
Are you gonna attack one of these freaks pretty
Yes.
soon? Are you gonna just take them out to dinner and come home with a handshake and talk about the iPad? Huh? What am I gonna do with you?
I don't know. What am I going to do
I was
with
an ugly
you?
kid. I want you to stop.
I have a date Sunday.
Sunday, next Sunday.
No, Sunday. This Sunday. Yes.
Yeah, next Sunday. That's 8 days
I
away.
work Monday through Friday at night. What do you want me to do?
Well, there's no lunch dates, but no, you're sleeping
A
till
lunch
2.
date? That's date.
Well, you have her come over here and you make a little pasta and cook. You know what I'm saying? You give a little pasta and a little cook. You invite her over, you light some candles, you make a little marinara.
What a great first date.
You give a
hey,
little
you want
stamina
to come over
juice.
at 2 p.m., have some little pasta and some cack?
Yeah. Come over. Every
That's
woman wants to
fucking-
stab at lunchtime. They go back to work, they're happy, they file, they go on the computer, they call people, they read People magazine. Women like all this crazy.
That's so funny.
You go on these dates, every day I see you got a new blue shirt on. Yeah, I just came back from a date.
No, I didn't. I've been on one date.
And what do you
in the
meet these
pa-
people on? Christian Mingle?
No, I meet them
You
on.
go to a Jew website?
No, I don't got no.
Why don't you go to a Jew website?
Because you have to
mingle
pay
with the
for it.
Jews?
I don't want to date
How
Jews.
much? How much?
I have no idea.
So go put the $3. Maybe there's a nice
It's
Jewish
more than
chick.
$3. I don't like Jewish
I know
girls.
2 Jewish chicks who likes you, who have said to me, Lisa, an attractive dude.
Well, I'm sure they're very nice, but most Jewish girls are. I've never dated one.
Why not?
I think
Why don't you
they
try?
just remind you of of your mother.
Go on jewandmingle.com. Maybe they got
Jew and mingle.
whatever. But they don't pick out a yarmulke for their man?
I have no idea. I don't think
Can you
so.
imagine having one of your little Jew freaks pick a yarmulke for you smoking?
The tacos aren't much better for you.
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
carnitas tacos.
Sure.
I love it when you speak Spanish.
Why do you like it?
It's funny because you call everyone primo.
Gotta call them primo.
Everyone's primo.
Dog, if you don't call them primo, they got nothing, right? You ever see me at a restaurant? Who gets most of bread? Me, because I call the
Who
busboy.
gets the most of bread?
Me, because I call the busboy primo. That means family. While you're over there saying, "Excuse me, I want to." I call
But
him primo.
if I called a Spanish guy primo, he probably would look at me like I'm an idiot.
No.
I'm like that was the second time I'd gone, and both times you always beat his wife. His wife is always getting more supplies. You were there before that's even cooked.
Why am I going? I don't go to the mingle. I go to eat.
Our birthday weekend.
Oh, here we go. It's birthday weekend. What are you gonna do? You think you're
I
a
have
little
no-
monkey?
I have-
What happened with the Chinese chick? Did Ashley bring the Chinese chick this weekend?
Oh, the friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
she lives there. She lives with her. Yeah.
Oh, so you got to see her last night too.
Yeah. What? Because she invited me over, and I went over, watched a couple movies. It was fun. I'm sorry I have friends for no reason, just angry at friendship now.
No, I'm not angry at nobody. I'm just saying because they always come in pairs. That's why you're never gonna give a girl stabbing that shows up with a different.
I'm
one.
not giving either of them a stabbing anyways.
So why are you hanging out with them for?
Because
what?
I like hanging out with them.
After she broke
I have
your
a
heart,
date
you-
Sunday.
And what happened?
I have one Sunday.
Son, a week. And what are you gonna do all week? Who are you gonna?
I have work
How many
all
times
night.
can you beat that little dick to death? Yeah, right.
You
They got
shouldn't have.
bandages on his head.
It does not.
How many times you went off a date? Tell me
Once.
the truth. Once. That's it.
Sometimes it's twice if I have trouble falling asleep. What else? What else do you want to do? It's better
And
than
do you
sleeping
get all
pill.
hot and sticky? How long do you go for? Is it like a workout? Do you
Why are you
sweat?
asking me these questions?
Do you smell your hand after?
I don't smell my hand, but it's kind of. I am picky about what I watch. Like I can't do it just sitting there thinking about it. I don't know why I'm telling you. This is on the internet now forever.
You see what
But-
I gotta deal with people. You see this?
I like
that chick was
I like
22.
Asian girls. Yeah.
I don't know. Would you have taken your little yin yang fart to the face from her?
No, I don't want to take a fart to the face.
Lee, you gotta get it together. All right. Put the herpes. I don't know. You gotta go on a proper. You go on these ChristianMingle.com.
I don't. I'm on a
You gotta
regular
go on.
one.
Put a freak.com. Go to JewsLookingForFreaks.com.
Well, that's called Craigslist.
Did you do any jumping jacks yet?
You already forgot. I did it 20 minutes ago.
Let me see you do it. I'm gonna do one with you. I'm gonna jump in. Then we gotta go.
You're gonna watch SpongeBob.
I'm sore from yesterday. I'm swimming. You know, sometimes you swim and you don't realize your toes in there for like 45 minutes. Kicking and running. I came home. That's it. The people downstairs.
Hard to sound tough when you're like, paint your nails.
Not paint your nails. You put that clear stuff on it, and it strengthens. You can take a bullet, a knife to the fingernails. You got to cut your cuticles. What's today's date? The 17th?
Sure, let's go with that.
No, it's the
I haven't-
17th. Need a 10th.
There was no plan. You're making this
Shut
up right
up!
now.
There was a
making it
plan,
right now.
but you cracked. I can't
I
tell you
didn't
this.
crack
The
anywhere.
plan was to bring you over there in the morning when she got up. We were going to give her a bunch of coffee and oatmeal, and by the time you got there, the farts were going to be throwing heat. That first fart, and we were going to put nail polish on to tighten it and vinegar juice to tighten it. I told him that. He nearly started crying.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You know, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm quitting. And
I
that,
never
right there,
said any
I
of
remember
that.
going, Lee,
I
you were a
scared
nice
Friday
kid.
night.
I was going to put you on a point. I was going to take you on the magic.
You weren't going to take me anywhere.
And Lee, let me tell you something. I ate $800 on plane tickets. If I would have came, Lee,
You
today,
wouldn't need $2 in plane
today,
tickets.
Lee, today, you would have came back and packed your stuff. You would have
No,
said,
I
you can't
wouldn't
talk
have.
to me now. Lee, I know you.
You wouldn't-
You get sick. You got sick on
You
the
would
way
need
in the
$8
car
in gas.
in San Diego on the car ride to San Diego.
Yeah,
you
because
got sick.
I didn't get sick.
When
it was
you
just
went, how many times? Listen, you know what he said to me Saturday morning? That he went to college for 4 years. And he
I didn't say
need
4
this.
years.
He said he graduated from college. That this is not what he expected. And right there,
It was
I
a
knew
joke.
he cracked Friday
Dude,
night.
guys,
He
look at
cracked
my
on-
Twitter. The picture that Connor sent is a picture from online at a random website in big
So
yellow
listen to me.
words.
If
It
somebody-
says copywritten.
If somebody
You don't-
wanted to go, when I called,
I didn't
on
think into
Friday
it.
night, what flying? No, she didn't. Does she have an AIDS test? I mean, it was something, guys, that you should have heard. He was cracking on his own.
I
without
wasn't
me-
cracking. I
I
just
wasn't
knew
even
you
smoking dope with him. I wasn't even smoking dope. Lee, you're a nice kid. You know what? Let's leave it that way. Well, I'm gonna take you
no,
to
we're
the
gonna
cave
leave
of
it that
death.
way. You
Because
just,
I
it's
know
like called your bluff.
you're gonna.
You wouldn't
on
buy it.
Saturday morning, he was still saying to me, "You know, I went to college for 4 years.
You
I don't
wouldn't need a
this."
bus
And
ticket.
right there, I knew that. Listen, as soon as we got off the plane, ticket in that high altitude. You know what high altitude does to you?
It does nothing.
No, it does nothing. I would have
$70
taken,
on
I
an
would've taken
18
to Boulder.
layover.
That girl would have come in.
You would
Would've
not.
started- We smoked hash at the house one time. His face got so red, my wife had to give him a can of soda and put ice cubes on his head because he was ready to pass out. Roll it.
Yes, I did.
You wrote it just after you said to me, "Look at what am I going to do with my life? What's going to happen? What am I going to?" I mean, guys, it was.
He didn't have.
I wish
shit
I would have
planned.
taped.
Crazy.
Look at the size of this
We're
knife.
scared of him.
This poor guy, you have no idea. If I would have taken him into the magical mystery
Nothing
tour
would
of
have
death,
happened.
this poor guy today would not. This podcast would not be happening. Trust me, I'm telling you. I would have called. I would have knocked on the door this morning. He would have said, "Go away, go away, leave the key." I'm never talking to you again. The girl farted in my face. Hey there, listen to this. Ooh. What's going on, baby? Everything all right?
Nothing. An amazing weekend.
What'd you do?
Nothing. No, we did.
You went to the thing. You got some fish, right? They cooked the
yeah.
fish for you.
No, I was thinking about it because
Thinking about what?
he comes in this morning. I said he drank a Red Bull and he yelled at me for about 10 minutes.
You want one of these, bro?
I'll take half. Yeah.
Let's get this party started, Claire. They're cool people. Now, Chibo Chew, I'll tell you, medical, they have the aspirin, the pain relief.
Okay.
That's the most genius thing I've had. Sometimes I work out.
And does it help you like with your joints and stuff?
Yeah,
Or-
it takes away the little bit of the knee pain. You know, listen, man, as far as I remember like smoking dope when I had a toothache.
Yeah.
You know, I had this really bad root canal one time, like 5 years ago when we lived in Hollywood. And it was throughout the holidays, so the dentist was closed and blah, blah, blah. And I remember smoking pot and going, this ain't medical. And then 30 minutes later going, what happened to my toothache?
I can only do gummies.
Yeah, no, the gummies are
I
and they're
can't do
easy.
it.
Look at your face. You start breathing, your eyes. What happens to you? Why you get panicked? You can't go into panic mode.
I'm not panicked.
Anyway, last night I put that it was 26 years since Ken Vella, and he won't return my
I didn't
call.
miss it. Like for Saturday night we went out and did something, but Friday night we just watched a movie and had dinner.
That's what you're
And
supposed to do.
I
You gave it a high heart,
I don't
man.
like
You played
club.
Mexican music. You
Yeah.
put a little Mexican hat
Oh,
on.
she doesn't like Mexican music.
You put it on because you like it.
She got lingerie. That was the first time that ever happened.
And I thought I had a hernia. And the edible I ate made me more paranoid. I thought that because I have high blood red cells that they conglomerated and I got a blood clot. I mean, I was thinking the worst things.
High blood red cells.
I do have high blood red cells. I do, dog. I have too many of them. I got to go donate a pint of blood. What are you giggling about, cocksucker? You think my blood cell count is something of humor?
No, it's blood cell count, and you just go saying high red count.
I do. I got a high red blood cell count. What are you making fun of me for? While we're
You give
making
me half an edible, and you like to see where it goes, and this is where it goes.
This is where Biggie, the church of what's happening now, the Flying Jew, your Uncle Joey here on point today. How you guys doing today? All right, Mad Flavor here. What's going on, dude?
Nothing. I'm fired up today.
I know you're fired up today. Let's do this. Goomy Bear, let's do this because we got to go on the podcast this afternoon. We got a big day today. I got to go to kettlebell class. I got to make a couple protein shakes. It's over today. Here you go, buddy.
All right.
You're going for broke today. You got a new haircut. You're looking like Bing Crosby in 67. No, stop breaking it up. Stop stretching it.
You can't break up a gummy.
The power of Christ compels you. That's a boy. That's a boy. Blood drawn. I went to get my headshots. I went to get a jacket for the premiere.
Oh,
I
shit.
moved. Yeah, me and my wife got in the car yesterday at 8:15.
In the morning?
We were in the.
Why would you leave then? That's like
because
right
we
in
had
rush hour.
I had a protein shake. No, because I got on the HO on it. It fit. It was perfect. So bang, I went over there with her. I almost stabbed my wife yesterday. When you're driving around with your wife, you feel like killing her sometimes, even though I love my wife with all my heart.
You and Your Wife is my favorite non-reality show. It's just because you'll go on fire. You'll get on fire. You'll start talking, and she'll come in with something, and it's like it's not exactly about the right thing, and then you get fired up. She'll start yelling at you, and it's just and then now Mercy's here. Now guys just start giggling about Mercy, but it's. I love you and your wife together.
No, I love it too. I was going to kill her yesterday, I swear to God. I feel bad for my wife sometimes because she just looks at me, but she knows how to handle it.
One of the hardest I've laughed in the past couple days is I just turned on the first like half an hour of Tom Segura was on Rogan, and he was talking about your trip up north and just how he had probably what you give me, a little quarter, and you had about 2 of them, and you guys were just like you were just making fun of him the whole plane ride and getting the TSA on him, and it's just oh my god, I don't know how you do that.
It was bizarre because I didn't give him a Chiba Chew.
What do you give him?
And when I showed up, he was already eating one.
Oh.
And I go, you eating a Chiba Chew? And he goes, yeah. I go, how can I let you eat one by yourself? So I popped one. By the time I got on that plane, I was fasting. And we were talking about a subject that was like taboo, and I just was going off on it. And we couldn't even look at it. There was a point that his eyes were so red, but I knew my eyes were that red.
Yeah.
And we went to the Indian reservoir. By the time I got to the Indian casino, I don't remember. I think I passed out in the car. Sometimes a Chiba Chew flies through your system.
Oh, it does.
Sometimes more than others, depending on what you have in your body. It just flies through there. That plane ride, I blacked out. And I almost had anxiety attacks. I mean, that plane ride was death. I had the sleep apnea, so they put me on the table flat.
Yeah.
And did the EKG, and they were a little, my breathing was heavy. And then I went to get up, but I couldn't get up. So he got on one side, and the girl got on the other side. And they went to pull me up, and a little tiny fart came out of it. That was so warm. And we all looked at each other like nobody heard it. It started smelling, and I got up and started blocking the door on purpose. And we always talk about that every like 3 or 4
you
visits.
You blocked them in with your egg fart?
I kept asking him questions, Doctor. Let me ask you something. And he was like, how much do you really care about your wife, Joey, and your kid? You really don't. When you love somebody, you don't have to tell them you love them. It's understandable. That's why in a relationship, we're talking about cheating. You know, when somebody says at the end of the day, when I leave here, I love you, and then they cheat on you, there's no conversation after that.
Yeah.
You just said, when I depend on you for love, that means that there's no mishaps in our relationship. You're not supposed to do it. You want to do drugs? Move to Uruguay. They're smoking dope and playing bongos down there. Come on, guys. This is the truth. We're talking here. We're men here. You get arrested, you go to jail. Because you say it's on. That's why it's on. What's up, Doug?
This is what happens when we both wake up early.
I got a protein shake in me with glutathione, a banana. What's up, dog? Look at you, you're all giggling.
Trying to figure out what to do. Because what I want to do is get a hotel room and just drink in there with her. But I have a feeling she's going to want to go to bars, so we'll see.
Where, in Boston?
Yeah.
Take her to a room. You get champagne, some strawberries.
Looking at last night. I think
you're the Captain Kirk of the but she's going to want to go to bars. Once she sees all those people jumping up and down.
And I was looking, like, they were charging, I don't even like clubs, but I was looking at clubs, they're charging like $85, and then and then they charge for VIP. But if you come at 12:30, it's $10, and then they have a bar crawl.
Leo, I'm gonna tell you something from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna tell you something. You're not gonna believe this.
What?
I love doing comedy. I like going out at night for that part. But do you know I've never found any excitement from going out at night into those bars or clubs or whatever. I did it because I had to do it for what I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
I never had not 1% of fun at one place.
Oh,
it was great.
Ever had?
Oh, it was great.
First, you talked about the too much real estate, and that killed me.
Didn't kill you. It was the edible that killed you. Relax. So I put your head down for 5 minutes. And it's night time. I'm on fire. Anyway, go to onnit.net and go to joeydiaz.net and press on the Onnit clink. All right. Oh shit. I feel good.
The only days I do that are the days you give me a fucking Green Hornet, what you did today. So yeah, when you give me
no, not today. I'm walking you downstairs, and I'll come back in an hour with your keys. You're leaving downstairs.
You're not coming back in an hour.
I swear to God, I gotta come back up here anyway. I gotta see a buddy. We gotta see a man about a dog. Anyway, you gotta get out there and get some sun. Vitamin D is lacking in your future. The edibles is just an appetizer to life. Sometimes I take an edible and I don't like it because I gotta go work out. And when I work out and I'm breathing heavy, I start tripping. It happened Monday. It happened Wednesday night in kettlebell class because I couldn't go in the morning because I had radio. We did the podcast at 12.
I have to figure. I know I have to work out, and that's something I have to do. But when you're working for yourself, what do you do all day? I can't.
When you work for yourself.
Yeah.
First of all, the most important thing about working for yourself is organization.
Okay.
Organization and discipline.
Okay.
So they both go hand in hand, but they really don't. It's really weird. You're like, Joey, come on, organization, discipline. So what I suggest to people is, as a comedian, you got to do 80 different times. I have to do 80,000 things a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the morning, usually I get up, I do a little writing just for my day.
Okay.
I look over my day, and then I write something. I try to write a joke, something. Okay. Then I tweet. Then I put music. I smoke dope. With the baby for a while. I help my wife. I go back in the room. I see what breakdowns are at, which means what's out there for me.
Okay.
And if something's out there
for acting,
I take that. I send that. Boom, to the email. And then probably 9 out of 10, I got an errand to run. I go run that errand, 2 errands. I come back. This time was maybe to write a paragraph in the book. If I could write a paragraph in the book, now all that I got to include the baby in there somewhere. I got to come home and hold her for 10 minutes. I got to play with her 15 minutes. There's always something. I go in the room, I knock that out. Then maybe I got a meeting or something like that. When you work for yourself, I send emails out. I make a list of emails. So when you look at my notebook, it'll say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Each category starts with write 1 hour a day. You got to get out of the house to create sometimes. Mm-hmm. You really got to get out because you get stagnant in front of that fucking computer and you get stagnant on that couch. Nothing wrong with going to a little coffee shop and read, tea, sit in the corner with a notebook. Just getting fresh air. Just getting new thoughts in your head.
These just, I'm not a I'm
yes,
creative in ways, but I'm not I'm not going to write anything.
You never know. Take it with you. Just the ideas. Just the thought that goes to the piece of paper. What thoughts you have for your podcast. What thoughts you have for your life. What little goals you want. Then you check it every 90 days. And, even when I was doing blow, as unorganized as I seem, I'm organized. So do you understand me? Organization and discipline could stand in the middle of those anchors. Mm-hmm. And you have to go to those classes when you know nothing else is going to interrupt them. So you don't ever have to say, I can't go to class today.
Yeah. And that's tough.
And that's very tough. So, but you join a school that has night classes and day classes, and you find the best. And worst case scenario, you just go to the open mat, and somebody that'll teach you something, and you move. Which, even if you're just holding somebody and they're pushing against you, and laying against you and pushing you, you're using your muscles. I was thinking about it the other day. I was watching a commercial or something. They had one of those concerts where young kids jump up and down. I'm like, Lee, don't do that.
I do too.
For how long? 2 seconds?
Not for the whole time.
45 minutes you jump up and down.
No, I mean, you stop jumping up and down.
And you don't
can't
do
do
no
constantly.
ecstasy. You don't do no soda.
No, I'm the only one there sober.
You still want the hit of ecstasy? You gonna do ecstasy tonight with the wife?
Nah, I would do an edible with her, but not ecstasy.
You sure you want to do a little hit of ecstasy with mama? I'll leave you. I'll give you 2 hits of X. I'll give you a watermelon and a whip. And I'll come back tomorrow. You'll be smiles from head to head. You have a whip mark going right through your skull.
Oh, she's gonna whip me?
Sure, why not? When was the last time you got whipped?
Never. Do you think of these questions?
No,
like
it's because I'm just crazy. I'm just crazy. I don't want to know. I want to know how deep you. You never taken this chicken to the shower and said, "Tell me tonight." Tell Paul to pee.
No, I don't want that to happen.
Some tamale piss. Let it go on my neck.
How's it gonna get on my neck? Am I gonna be sitting down?
Yeah, you're gonna kneel, and she's gonna pick up her leg. And you're gonna take it like this, and and then you just let it on you. It's a tremendous experience. You're gonna love it. It's not like I do it every day. I haven't done it in like 18 years, but when I did it, I did it. You understand me?
That sounds like
I can't tell Terry to pee. She'd throw me out.
Yeah, exactly. So would Paula.
Nah, you're still in those developmentals. You can still get away over there. He was making this designer with his hand. I was catching him, and he was intrigued. Look at him, he's giggling.
I haven't heard any Bravo talk when I was sober for months. Ever since he came up to San Jose, and then he was at the Ice House.
Teddy Slater, Jacob Shaw, Robert Woolbridge, Casey Sinks. Or I eat fruit. You think I like that? You think I like turkey bacon, eating that? But even Oscar Mayer, the lean cut, is only like 2 points a slice. So if you eat 2 points, nobody wants to eat an egg with bacon dry like a soldier. You want to put a little breakfast meat in there. You know what I'm saying? I just had salmon for lunch. I've been drinking my protein shakes with the glutathione. I get my hemp force chocolate or my vanilla acai, and I put the glutathione in. I'm ready to go. Even though I'm not getting testosterone shots, I had to bang one out this morning. I was sweating. Friday. It's Friday. Lee, you want to eat another gloomy bear?
No.
You
do you do it in the shower?
What show? What show?
No. Like, where did you bang? Like, in the shower? Like, I can't imagine.
No, in bed. I threw the cat off the bed so I didn't feel guilty, and I banged one out. You can't walk over the cat on the bed. That's animal cruelty. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing it.
It doesn't matter. If you're... the
Wiggly. Well, get up, Lee. Wiggle, Lee. Come on, get up.
I'm way too high.
You haven't wiggled in much. Go wiggle. Go Lee. Go Lee. Go Lee. Go Lee. His name is Lee. He lives in. Go Lee. Wiggle for Uncle Joey. Hit it. It's 2 weeks on the arm. Nothing. Ugats. Free. Bang. Ugats. Free. Bang. That is $7.99 happening now in Hulu Plus. Cut a deal to bring it to you for 2 weeks. And you're over there giggling. Go to joeydiaz.net and press in
Joey
in the box. Joey. Again, that's
Joey. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what? Oh my god, what? What? Look at this. You want to smoke some more?
No, thank you.
Why not? It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Put on Saturday Night Fever.
This is very musicals.
I want you to wiggle funk with Joey today. Ready? I'll never hire you for a DJ. Oh, shit. No, not in your chair. You gotta get up. Take the earphones.
I can't get up.
Come on. Just a little
John
something.
Travolta is staring into my eyes.
Come on, then get up. He's hypnotizing you. Next thing you know, you'll be sucking his dick. Go, Lee. Come on. Let's see. New hairdo. Stop it. Oh, this is what I'm talking about, people. Check this shit. Let me know. Go to Twitter right now. All right, Lee. Because you're too high. You're not contributing. You're killing me. I give you a half a piece of cheese bone. I ate 2 whole 1.5 with you. You see me? I'm like a soldier. I'm ready to rock. Whatever you want to do. You gonna go to sleep on me now?
Yes.
No, you can't go to sleep. This is what the problem is.
I made pasta last night. I'm gonna heat some of that up.
Oh, Jesus Christ! With that cheap homemade what brand sauce?
I just got store brand sauce, and I took some ground beef and I cooked that up, and then I put the sauce into the beef.
All right. Did you put some garlic?
No.
No garlic. You made spaghetti sauce with no garlic.
No, the sauce was already made.
No, you gotta dope it up. Just because it's store made, you still got to cut some onions, a couple onions, garlic, 2-3 cloves of garlic. You got to put some green pepper and cook that together with some olive oil. Then you throw the sauce over that. Then you brown the meat. You put that all together and you mix it up.
Isn't that just making? That's just
Puerto
making the whole
Rican
sauce.
What music you got for me?
I got some Parliament Funkadelic. But first, now that the show's over, don't forget to sign up for your free trial of Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus lets you binge on thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere on your TV, PC, smartphone, or tablet. Support this podcast and get an extended free trial of Hulu Plus when you go to huluplus.com.
What you laughing about, Lee? What's the problem, man? Well, what just happened now? Jesus Christ, I threw it away. I gotta get my shit together. You believe this, people? This is what I gotta deal with. This Stutz. He's giggling over there. Look at him. What's the matter, Lee? What are you giggling about? Tell your Uncle Joey. Look at him. Look at him. You see this from people? Here's what happens. You people want to know why. Look at him. His face is red. Look at him. Look at the shape. Look at him. You can't take it no. Look at the shape of his beauty. Listen, when I leave here, he's headed for the Mediterranean place. Smell like Mediterraneans for about a week. He's going to eat 15 gyros, some hummus. Look at him. Look at the shape of his beauty. Are you wearing what? Look at him. Look at him. Don't forget. Do that. Will you please? You're killing me.
I was rubbing the wall for some reason.
The wall? What wall? What happened? What happened?
Nothing. Okay.
You're killing me. What up? Stop scratching your ear. Look at the shape of this, people. You see this? This is your typical 25-year-old. I gotta fix America. Look at him. He's giggling. You don't see no daylight. Look at the shape of this guy. He's eating tuna out of a can like a cat with no mayonnaise and soy cheese. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this beauty.
It's hard.
No, you gotta read the anecdotes. Oh, Jesus. Knock it off, Lee. Knock it off, Lee. Fuck you up.
And don't forget to sign up for DollarShaveClub.com.
Oh, now you want to sign up.
You'll get high quality razors sent to your door every month for a fraction of what you pay at retail. Go to DollarShaveClub.com/church or just go to JoeyDiaz.net and click on the Dollar Shave Club banner.